something in the elevator today. On my way up, there's this fat girl.
Yeah.
And she was chewing gum.
Right.
And she was chewing it so loud and violent. It was as if she was angry at the gum that she couldn't eat it. Like, literally, it's just the two of us in the elevator. Why won't you digest?
She wants to swallow it. Like,
bro, so badly. Dude, non-stop. And I was just sitting there like shocked, but also dying laughing on the inside.
If you got your dick sucked by a fat girl and she spit, how insulted would you be?
Bro, how bad is your cum? Dude, if this fat girl won't eat it and she eats anything,
like, yo,
dude,
bitch, how dare you,
I'm like,
bitch?
nah, you don't want to swallow, bitch.
you know why? Is because you ate asparagus and she don't eat vegetables. Yo, we are starting out harsh today.
Oh, yeah.
Starting out harsh.
Golly.
What up, everybody? Yo, we got a lot on the docket today. We really got a lot on the docket.
Docket is full.
Docket is so full. We got Akaash on full Percocets.
Yeah. What's up?
Or is it Percocets? What do you
Nah,
want?
it's some illegal shit, but I'm on painkillers, muscle relaxers, and I'm feeling a little drowsy and
He's
weird
a little
right now.
drowsy.
bro.
He's out of there.
You are from Texas, like you should be able to get
Purple
you
drink?
some
That
purple
purple drink.
drink.
Nah,
good
but I'm
double
also
cup.
gay, and Texans don't fuck with that shit.
that's
Gay
true.
shit.
That's also
Stupid
true.
shit.
So the other thing, we got Kaz here. Now, Kaz, one would think after last episode that he would be quite tired from not sleeping in his bed with his girl, right? One would think that, right? Because Alex
isn't here today because my
Alex not here.
Alex is murdered.
Alex might have been scared to come
so.
in today. Did he do anything else yesterday because of the situation that he had caused?
Can I start from the beginning?
Start from the beginning.
Let's start from the
Everybody
beginning.
here.
So,
listen, everybody here has definitely heard that ep.
We've all heard the episode, right? So I'm taping the next show at Fox, and as soon as I'm sitting there, I'm literally just about to talk to Charles Oakley. My girl texts me, goes, you know what? Let me just read. I'll read that.
Can I say real quick?
Yes.
It makes me really happy that Flagrant 2 is fucking up your other checks.
Yeah.
even without really saying anything wild.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're right here. They're right here.
We both not making.
Oh, they're here?
mention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
So just to set the table, right? Obviously, we were going wild. Akaash was going crazy. Everybody was catching strays. And Kaz warned the flagrant princess herself, Wheezy, that she better watch her mouth because his girl listens and she could say something she might not mean, but his girl might take seriously.
Exactly.
And Wheezy said multiple times, I was trying to fuck Kaz before I found out he had a girl.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And then all of a sudden, Alex, for no reason
at all,
starts shooting shots from the fucking logo. He's pulling up from the logo.
Can I be perfectly honest? What makes it sting the absolute most was like a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
We all have a talk with Alex. We're just like, we're gonna ease up on like bringing in significant other talk, just because we don't want to have problems when we go home, yada yada yada. Like, I'm talking about myself, just because talking about me. Let's just not do this or whatever, right? I'm not doing nothing wrong. I say nothing crazy. This motherfucker comes out of nowhere, hits me with the, "That's why you fucked Mandy." I said, "What?"
Yo, nobody even talked to Alex. Like, nobody provoked. No one said anything about Alex.
No, I kept
It was
saying
only because I
kept saying Wheezy. When Wheezy was saying shit to me, I was like, whatever, Alex, fuck Mandy.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then so Akaash was talking shit to Al, and then out of nowhere, Al just crabs in a barrel to fucking yanks Kaz
Pulls
down.
down the black guy.
Kaz just sitting there
I'm sitting there minding my fucking
mind is open,
business,
thinking
dog.
how he's gonna play this off with his girl later, and all of a sudden I go, "That's why Kaz fucked Mandy." I'm just like, what?
Of all fucking people.
All right,
and
so-
I tell him. So mind you, I'm sitting there about to start the show, right? First text I get.
Yeah. What's the first text?
Quote.
Yeah.
"Nice to know Wheezy really wanted to fuck you. Keep her away from me." Talking about, quote, "She thought I was joking." I'm laughing because I'm like, all right, well, it's my girl. And I'm like, yo, I told you my girl can fight. Ha ha ha. Stop playing. And then she hit me with the, "Nah, not cool. Keep her ass away from me. Period." So I was like, screenshot, send it to the Flagrant 2 group text.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have his screenshots with
No,
his
he
girl?
just sent me his group.
Yo,
text
so
screenshots.
So
the
these are
funniest
these are
thing
group
that
text
Cass says, right?
screenshots,
His
yeah.
girl goes to him, and you got this in the screenshot. This shit I've been laughing at for the last 2 days straight. He goes, this shit is so good. Let me get
Nice
this
to
up.
know. Let me tell you something. If your girl ever says nice to know, that shit ain't nice to know. That shit ain't. That shit,
There's nothing nice happening at all. So, you know, my girl, she goes, you know, no, not cool.
No, I got this.
Keep her.
I got this. He goes, nice to know Weezy really want to fuck you. Keep her away from me. Talking about she thought I was joking. And then Cass goes, LMAO, laughing my ass off. I was like, yo, my girl can fight. Stop playing. And then his girl goes, nah, not cool. Keep her phony ass away from me. Right? Nah, not cool. Keep her phony ass away from me. And this is my favorite thing. Cass just responds, noted and noted. That's
What else am I supposed to say?
That's the best response ever because it's like she's upset at you, but you're on her side, and now y'all both upset at Weezy. It's like you really just Benedict Arnold the whole situation.
Here's the thing, because I'm not even mad at Weezy, because like this is like my girl's first time being like
Involved in the
in
drama.
the flagrancy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, she knows of exactly. So she knows of horrible decisions. She knows Weezy. They talk. They hang out. And they're cool, but
Son.
I don't think she like listens to the show. So like I'm laughing because I'm like it's Weezy. So I'm like, you can't really want to box her.
We get further into it. Then her girl brain starts going. So her girl brain is moving 1,000,000 miles per hour. Cass really thought he was out of there with noted and noted.
I thought I was done.
He thought
I
it
was
was
like, all right,
noted,
baby.
so we can move on. It's been noted.
Bitch, I jotted it down. I jotted down both
It's been
things.
noted. Ain't nothing else to do once it's been noted, right? And her girlfriend was like, unnoted. We need to do something about this. We need to discover. You know, every girl, you know what the girls are like? You know when you find like a little dinosaur bone when you're excavating? And men, we're like the guy who just has the brush that rubs the dirt away from the bone. Women are like, get that bone out the earth. I want to see where that
the fucking
triceratops
pitchfork.
bit.
Whole fucking dinosaur.
So she starts
Knock that
digging.
shit out. So she's digging the fuck
So
in.
right
dog.
after noted, she goes, so did y'all talk at all? Because if she was trying to fuck you for 6 months, y'all must have been inappropriate at a time.
Inappropriate at the time is so funny. All right, Kennistar. You got you out here looking like Bill Clinton.
Yo, Cass goes, not at all, Jasmine. Ugh.
Wait, just so
Whoa,
clear.
hey.
I'm not ughing Weezy. I'm ughing like, are we really arguing over this?
Nah,
I'm like,
you
is
ugh
it really-
Weezy,
I'm
son.
like, Weezy's the homie. She
Nah,
know
nah,
I'm
Let
not.
me tell you something. If I
Weezy.
was in that position, I'd the fuck out of Weezy. Nasty ass bitch.
Oh, wait for it. He goes, not at all, Jasmine. Ugh. Clearly, I curved many times. I thought that was
Hey, you gotta let off them strays, dog.
Yo.
So don't worry about it.
Yo.
He pulled an Akaash. He
gotta-
sacrificed Weezy's ass for the greater good, bro. Puts her in the hole 300.
So you got the soul gem after that.
They got it. Exactly. I got the soul stone. I had to throw off the cliff. Like,
Son,
That's
I
so
was,
funny.
dying
Soul Stone is so
up.
funny.
bro,
Oh
I'm
my
literally,
God.
I was laughing so hard I took a picture of myself laughing.
I got that.
Yo, son,
yeah, pull that up, yo. It's right there.
hold on.
It's right here on the screen.
Son, I had to take a picture of myself laughing. I was
And my
noted
man
and
Alex
noted.
has hit me with all the side texts.
Son.
Like, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. I'll do anything. I'm sorry. I'm making up. Happily,
Hold
I
on.
wasn't home.
Hold
not
on.
done
Hold
yet.
on, we're not done yet.
So
So time goes by, everything's good, right?
can I get the timestamps on these on the between?
Got it. You might be able to get it from his
Yes,
phone.
can we get the timestamps between?
Okay.
You know the gap that's happening.
While you
here.
find that, so there's a little thing, right?
Okay.
He doesn't hear back for
she getting her Indiana Jones on.
Yeah, she but then she might have cooled off a little, right? Maybe
Yeah.
she cooled off a little because I curved her multiple times. It's not a big deal. He writes Jasmine ? Doesn't hear anything back. It's silent for a little while. Then all of a sudden,
Ain't that scary silence?
oh, the silence is so scary because what comes after the silence, right? That's the shark bite, right? When you get silence from your girl, you basically hearing dun 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 dun. And here's the text. You fuck Mandy? Nice to know.
Nice to know.
This is my favorite part. Just leave me alone today because I need some space and I'll see you when you get home. That's the funniest shit because you really not punishing him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
when you say leave me alone until you get home, it's like, oh, I got the whole day without having to text her back.
I was like, the best thing that could have happened was her being angry when I was far, far away from her. Far, far away from home and shit. So
Perfect.
I was bro, she was hot at me when I got home. So I'm texting her, right? Like I'm just about to finish SNY. And I usually text her like, yo, to come pick me up from the ferry. So I'm like, Jasmine? She goes, yes. I was like, are you home? Yes. I was like, you know what? I'll just Uber home. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. So I Uber home. I get to the crib. Still lots of one-word answers. Lots of fucking awkward tension and shit. I'm trying to laugh everything off. Half hour goes by. Doorbell rings. Excuse me, Jasmine? Dear Jasmine. I'm like, yes. Wow, I said the whole name. You can bleep that out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, excuse me, is Jasmine here? I'm like, yeah. And then an edible arrangement comes in from who else? But our boy Alex.
Yeah.
Alex came through. He sent the
through.
edible arrangement to Jazz and Kaz.
Yes, with the chocolate covered fruit.
Now,
it was very
was
nice
she
and delicious.
okay? Was she okay with it? What was she
As
feeling?
soon as she see me walk in with the edible arrangement and the flower and the balloons and the chocolate, she immediately had one of those like shit eating smiles, like just like, oh, okay, I can't stay mad at you forever. Yada yada yada. We laughed at it, and she's like, who's this from? And then she saw the DM from Alexx, and she's like, I'm just telling him I got it, and it's okay, whatever. I was like, nah. Let him sweat it out for a little bit, right? Let him sweat it out.
Can you read us a note?
Can we
from
read the
thing?
text from Alex when after he sent the screenshot? Did you fuck Mandy too? Alex goes, why would you think you fucked Mandy? then he goes, that's just not logical.
And of course, the classic follow-up, you're really trying to use logic. You're really trying to use fucking logic right now.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Oh, dog. It was...
Oh, there you go. Why would she think you ever fucked Mandy, though? That's just not logical. Andrew's emoji right afterwards.
What happened? What happened?
Your emoji's so good.
It's so perfect. It's just the open eyes. Well, I'm trying to think why I said that. Why did I say that?
I mean, because the follow-up there was like, yo, you clearly are single and not using logic right now. Logic
Oh
is
my
something
God,
that
that's
just
so
doesn't happen
funny.
in relationships. But, we let him sweat it out, so she texted him, and my girl is an assholes too, so she'd be like, you think just some fucking chocolate fruit and some edible range is gonna make me fucking happy? You ruined our relationship. Thanks a lot. And just swear to God, so she just let that simmer for like 20 minutes. And then like 20 minutes later, we sent a text like, we're just fucking around. It's okay, yada, yada, yada. Just, just don't, she's just like, I'm not gonna be disrespected. Like, I could take a joke just like everybody else. Just, just don't. I think there was something about about Weezy saying, I told him that I wanted to fuck your man and I lied to her face and yada, yada, yada.
Listen, I think I told you this on individual text.
Yeah.
I was so relieved Weezy wanted to fuck my girl and not me. I was like, thank God, yo. Thank God.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. But no, I mean, I don't want it to come off on some like Weezy track. Like, we love Weezy. Like, that's what she does. Like, that's why we love her. That's who she is. But
how many times you curve Wheezy, yo?
Stop. Stop. You gotta exaggerate a little bit. Like
many.
You got many times.
Bro, many times.
I'm kidding.
How many was she throwing you that pussy?
Never.
How many times she tried to have a pussy palooza at your house?
The only time was right here. Like,
Weezy
we all saw
texted me
it.
to make sure my girl was cool with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, you weren't trying to fuck me. You're trying to fuck her. Why would she care?
Well, you know what? I'll read the DMs that she's.
She's back in the DMs.
Don't even make it like that. Because it was funny to me because just like how she reached out to you, she reached out to me. And she
Nobody
goes,
reached out to me.
LMFAO. All right, so this is why she reached out, right? Because I ran into the cop. I ran into the cop outside, and
Yo,
he was
we
literally
everywhere, yo.
He was literally listening to the episode
Assholes
as
are
I walked
everywhere.
out.
Do not fuck with us, yo.
Word. He was counter-terrorism too, so he's a real cop. He wasn't
Facts.
no fucking,
he knows
meter
I'm
maid and
alright.
shit. Yeah, so you good, obviously. You off the list. So
He and I both hate Muslims.
So I put up the Instagram video,
Yeah.
the little Instagram story of the guy saying, "Yo, just got to the part where she's flirting with Akaash's girl, and then she goes, LMFAO. She was chill though, right?" And I was like, "Ha ha ha, absolutely not." And she's like, "Oh, she's cool." And I was like, "Nah, she's definitely gonna box you." And she's like, "Nah, I'm dead ass." She wasn't happy at all. So she was a little sad for like 5 seconds. I was like, "Yo, just give it a minute. They'll be cool." And then they talked. Everything's fine. It's all love. It's all.
She probably
jokes.
gets this often, right?
Ooh.
Ooh, easy. I mean,
I hope not Jasmine.
I don't know. I mean, like we're like her guy friends. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's ever that close. But I mean, I don't know. Like it's not that serious. Like we're all in podcast and content, and you said it as well. Like you had a discussion with your girl of how hard it is to be entertaining for 4 hours a week every week.
I had to explain the
you know
amount of
what I'm saying?
mental fucking energy it takes and whatever to try to be funny for 2 hours straight with other people talking. It's just like you're gonna say some shit that comes out wrong, which is gonna happen.
100%. But all in all, man, everybody's cool. Everybody laugh. I've respectably declined Wheezy's advances. It's not a curve.
So many times.
There's never anything physical.
She was just in his DMs yesterday, it seems.
Stop. Stop. Don't make it seem like that. God damn it. But everything's good at the household. But I still owe Alexx though. I still owe
You owe
Alexx.
Alexx.
I still owe him. He's still
No, in a bad way.
Oh no, I still owe him. Like in a
Yo,
bad way.
payback.
Like I told him I don't get mad, I get even.
Hey, what's up?
So
Yeah, we're recording.
yeah.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Someone had a session here yesterday.
Okay.
I just wanted to check if their jacket was here.
Oh, I don't.
Ooh, let's do it after. We'll let you
Yeah.
guys know when we're done. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck about a jacket, bitch. You couldn't here for a jacket, bitch.
Come on now.
Bitch, you couldn't wait
She
2
was
hours for a
she's so
jacket,
pleasant too. I
bitch.
was like, oh, okay.
We
I
go.
was
We're
about
still
to-
recording, and she goes, "Okay, but I want to find out about this jacket." I was like, "Come on."
Oh man, but yeah, no, like it's all it's all good. I still owe Alexx though. I told him I don't get mad.
Oh,
I get
Alexx
even.
means you're going to
You're gonna get him
some
back.
payback.
Oh, I'm gonna get him some good revenge.
There's revenge.
Good revenge.
Okay. I'm
And not
looking
right
forward to
away,
it.
because revenge right away is never good. You gotta.
You got to be like Asian about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On
Just
some
wait,
Kill
like,
Bill shit.
50
Fucking
years.
just waiting and training.
man.
Or Ra's al Ghul and Bruce Wayne back in the fucking dungeon and shit. But I'll get him. It's gonna be good. I'm so good at this revenge shit. So.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, we won't spoil it. We'll wait. We'll let it rear its ugly head
Let
as
it
revenge often does. What else is going on, boys? Today, right now, we're recording on Wednesday.
Yes.
On
It is-
Andrew's birthday.
It is my birthday today.
Hey!
I turned 36 years old.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Cat.
Thank you very much. I'm reflecting on this life. Amazing life. They played Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday song, the Black Happy Birthday song.
Yeah.
It is a much better Happy Birthday
No
song.
shit.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it?
How
I've
about
heard
listen
it.
to
I don't know how it goes. I've heard it.
Oh,
I've heard it
my
enough.
God. It is so much
Is
better.
this your first time hearing it?
I've heard people sing it like
Because I heard
just
you humming
the Happy
it.
Birthday
I heard
part.
you humming it to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
Happy birthday.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's yeah.
So you can start it. There's a fucking
I've never heard Stevie
massive.
do it, yeah.
It's a
yeah.
huge instrumental in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like even the chorus is late.
Come on, son. Stevie the GOAT.
Wow, man.
There it is.
There you go.
Don't sue us, Stevie. Don't sue us. I'm gonna talk over
Anyway.
this.
So we'll stop it. So but yeah, it was so last night I hung out, I was alone, and I was able to like just reflect for like the first time in a while. And you got like a singular focus. I can be like really singular focus in terms of what I want to achieve and like where I want to go. And every once in a while I have like one of these nights where like I can like sit back and just like reflect on what's going on. And when when I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like when you're alone, when you're working all the time, you don't really realize the value and the importance of friendship and loved ones because you're caught up in the moment of like what you're doing.
Yeah.
But the alone time is where you go, oh shit, like this is so necessary. This is so needed, right? And there's no point in like working so hard to get to the top if you're the only one there. If you can't share it with anybody.
Profound.
You know, and it's like I've always tried to like reflect on what was going on. Like even, you know, when we first did a theater or something like that, like sit there with Alexx and, you know, and just be like, hey, this is pretty cool what we're building, right? Like let's enjoy the journey. Like if you ever hear like people who have made it to the top of their field like tell stories, it's never about the top.
It's never about the top. The joys in the journey.
It's
You
the
were
joys.
fortunate to have that lesson very early instilled in you by your mom.
Yes, yeah, my mom put that there, and it was cool. But it was just one of those things. It was cool to think about even now, like the importance of like taking time and like enjoying our lives. Like, you know, like we need to go do some shit outside of work. Like we need to go have a dinner once a month where it's just no work.
Yeah.
We're just
I love that.
I agree.
We hang out so much and through work, and our work is so fun that I think that we go, oh, that counts as part of the friendship.
Yeah.
But and it does. It's great. We're so fucking fortunate. But we also need to make times where it's not we have to be here at 6. It's let's want to go get some steak. Let's eat some food, have a couple drinks, enjoy.
Watch the Knicks get fucking clapped or
Just
something.
watching Knicks. Like, and one of those things where like we're watching Knicks, but we're not having a Knicks party.
Yeah.
We're just going to watch the
Just go
Knicks.
watch the game.
And I feel like I'm going to make a real effort to do that because I know where we're going and I know where this is going to end up and I know where we're going to be. And I want as many of us that are truly along this path and like part of building this journey to be there at the top. And I want when we get there to the top that we're not fucking tearing each other's heads off and like screaming. I want it to be like, oh, wow, man, we enjoyed every step of this.
I'll be honest. This is exactly why, you know, the Dussepalooza shit's happened. And it's been so successful because, like, our whole thing was like, yo, we could lose all this shit tomorrow. We still all got to be friends by the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing that got us here is friendship. And I've known these motherfuckers for at the minimum 10 years each.
Right.
And, like, you know, the fact that we're doing Barclays is special because we all kept that same friendship. And I feel like the same way here, man. Like, you guys have, like, changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And this is some shit where I know we put in so much effort because we all kind of have, like, the same minds. And we all understand. Like, we all got the same love for each other. And we don't have to do those hangout things because we're all in the same grind and shit. But you're right. Like, we do need those times where we're just like, all right, let's not, we're not recording. We're not doing an event. We're not on tour and none of that shit. Like, that shit is so fucking important, bro. Like, camaraderie, brotherhood, friendship. Like, we've been doing the show for a long fucking time. I don't even think we've ever done, like, an anniversary episode. I think I just looked up one day. I was like, God damn, we're like over 100 and something episodes.
Dude, it happens. It's like, I don't know. I think
like that's
Akaash and I, when we were coming up in stand-up, there's so much downtime that you just hang out and you like have so much friendship.
We would hang out like every night.
It was all hangout. So I think
definitely worth it, but you got on so fast that you did kind of miss that period. We were hanging out a ton.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always thought. Like, that's because I know like a lot of times you're like, oh, I don't get along as well with comics as I do like my friends that I grew up with.
Yeah.
You did kind of because you were good and you worked so fucking hard from so early. You just kind of skipped that step,
right?
Or you got out of there pretty early.
Well, I had my hang time. I mean, we hung out for years, but I hear you, man. Like, it was a different. I'm just saying there was that part of it which was so crucial.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's so easy to get caught up in the work, but that moment where I was just hanging out, I just went to this bar and I had a drink and I just wanted to kind of like be by myself, and I remember like sitting there by myself and going like, huh. This is a great feeling to reflect on, but it's also not something I want at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's profound, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to build a bunch of fucking Brutuses if you're Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
like motherfuckers want to take you down.
Yeah.
You want to like bring everybody, and I know that
you don't want it to be lonely at the top.
Yeah, like I don't know why the fucking Foo Fighters is coming to me, but like there's bands and shit that like Bruce Springsteen and them are like still together, like still fucking touring. Like these people get it and they know what's going on, and I think that they've taken time, they've enjoyed life, you know, like
you gotta think of it like this: the people that say it's lonely at the top, It's only lonely
That's their
because
choice.
of the way you got there.
You fucking made it that
Exactly.
way, son. You don't got to
Like,
be lonely.
There's so many motherfuckers like Jay-Z. Like, say what you want about that motherfucker. He's got the same motherfuckers I was with him hustling in Brooklyn to this day. In boardrooms, in fucking LeBron, same motherfucker. Same guys around him since high school, since all that other shit. Like, there's other people that say it's lonely at the top. There's other people that did it the right way and empower the people around them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get there, you enjoy it together, and it's that much sweeter. So
Facts.
I'm glad we all got
But
that.
I feel like you got to invest in that friendship on the way because
Yeah.
if you don't, it just seems odd
Yeah.
when you're on the top. It's like, yeah, it's just a different relationship. It's a difference between like when, you know, like when like a father comes back in someone's life that they weren't there for type of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's just so important to just continue to invest in that thing.
And it's easy to get caught up because now we are all getting busy.
Yeah.
So like you've been
Legitimately.
busy, but I last year you were busy. I was like, if you're ever free, I'm here. I got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but now all of us are kind of doing. So it's gonna be harder to find that time. But that's I think where the friendship starts to get affected is when you're all too busy.
Yeah.
And there's no hard feelings, but it's just starting to feel strange.
Yeah.
But that's where you like make that effort.
Yeah,
make that
this is
time.
why I'm saying, we got to make the effort now.
You know what it's like? It's like when people, when couples have kids,
Yeah.
and they have to make an effort for their relationship time.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna go out every one
Yeah,
night a
that's a good
week
point.
or whatever. Like, that's important because you don't raise that. You're not gonna raise that kid as babysitters.
Yeah.
You want to raise them as like loving partners.
Right.
And like, in order for us to continue that like loving friendship, we have to invest in it.
Yeah.
And
That's a
don't
good
get me
point.
wrong, this is the fucking best way. Like
Yeah.
the fact that we get to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Like most friends don't get to hang out 4 hours a week and just fucking joke around and
Yeah.
talk
I've
shit.
had
We're so
regular
lucky.
jobs, bro.
Dude,
I think,
you have.
I think we're the only people in here that have had regular
Dude,
jobs.
when I quit from my job,
Yeah.
initially, this was last year, literally last year.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I get to sit down and do an audio and video and listen to dudes talk mad shit for
Yeah.
fucking hours.
I
love
it's
it.
the best. But we still need to find time even outside of this where we're just fucking, we're talking shit. And as much as we don't think about what we say on this podcast, you still are going, I'm being recorded.
Yeah.
When you're at the bar with your boys or you at dinner or something like
It's
that.
different. It's different.
Before Ed hits record is a different thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Like we have
Is it?
so many conversations where we either got to say, let's save it, let's save it, let's save it.
Mark it.
Or we're just like, yeah, you know,
Are you recording yet?
yeah, are you recording here? Let's make sure this isn't, you know, as flagrant as we get, like the shit that we don't say on camera isn't so much flagrant. It's different. It's just, it's a different type of vibe, man. Like some shit doesn't need to be shared by everybody.
So it was cool. It was a cool moment. But we've got a lot on the docket, like we said earlier. So
Yeah, man.
I think without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's start with Pops, yo.
So R.I.P. Spoon. John Witherspoon, comedian. Many of you might know him from the Friday films or from the Wayans Brothers TV show. He has passed. He was a comedy legend, but also like a cinema legend.
Yeah.
A truly unique figure. Like,
Yeah, man. Just such a unique personality.
yeah, unique personality, unique figure. He recently did an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast with his son.
One of the assholes hit me about that.
Yeah.
Like, go
I need
get
to
into
listen to
if
that.
you can, yeah.
So if you find yourself missing him, I mean, like, it's really so cool the digital age that we live in because there's just so many moments that are sustained because they're kept there.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's like you can go have a moment with them, like you
Yeah.
can enjoy that shit, and yeah, what was your thinking on it? I know you were a Wayans Brothers fan.
I
right?
was a Wayans Brothers fan. He was on an episode of Fresh Prince that I thought was hilarious. Friday is my favorite. I think it's the greatest comedy ever. I'll say that till I die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's great in everything. He was always Pops, and he was always so fucking funny. Like, my introduction to him, I think, was Pops and the Wayans Brothers.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I saw first.
Yeah.
But he's always kind of that guy.
Yeah.
But always fucking... I don't know if he stole every scene, but he stole a lot, and he was a strong contributor in every scene.
Dog, he's like one of those.
He was great.
He's one of the most
stealing
like.
a scene. Just to clarify, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're not supposed to be the main character of the scene, but you're the
you
one the
are.
eyes are on.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys, man. Like, even as like a black man growing up, you watch a lot of TV figures, and you aspire for like the Cosby type father figure.
Yeah.
But in reality, your dad was more like Pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the guy stinking up the bathroom, and how come every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen? Like, fucking giving you those fucking talks. And everything he played, like, it's a testament to how fucking good he was, because even up until his dying day, he was still fucking pops, and he related to people of all ages, people older than me, younger than me. Like, it didn't fucking matter, and he was still just so fucking funny. And
he would like find new shit. I remember toward the end of the Wayans brothers, he started doing this thing where he would go, "Are you set tripping off up in here?" And he was kind of like throwing up these fake gang signs, and it was just this little funny bit that he just found. I'm sure there's so much shit. I'm sure he just found that as he was playing. He would like play in it and find shit. And looking at it now as an adult who does comedy, I'm like, oh. That's all just him figuring out new funny shit. Yeah. Probably saying it 1,000 times off camera and then like, oh, let's just bring it here.
Yeah, man.
Or even in the moment. It's just impressive.
God, my guy Rembert, who he's a fucking amazing writer. He was at Grantland for a long time. And right now he's one of the heads at Twitter. He put up an amazing fucking list of shit that he was in. And I'm just like,
is Grantland...
It's done. It's the Ringer now.
Been done.
Oh, it's the Ringer now.
But he said, quote, shout out to my man at Rembert Brown. He said, John Witherspoon is Black History. What a list. Wayans Brothers, Boondocks, All Three Fridays, Boomerang, House Party, Hollywood Shuffle, Vampire in Brooklyn, Soul Plane, Black Jesus, Waynehead, The Richard Pryor Show, Meteor Man, Bebe's Kids, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, I Got the Hookup. Like, these are all like, dog, you don't, if you don't know about black comedy cinema, you just need to watch all, like, that's the list. That's the list of the fucking movies that you need to see to be like, oh yeah, you grew up in a black household or a black neighborhood, or you know about.
He's in Five Heartbeats too, I thought. Right?
Like this shit. That's
Neil
not even.
Brennan tweeted something funny. He was,
Five Heartbeats, the episode of Martin, the episode of Fresh Prince,
like Charlie. What is it? Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
And Eddie was telling a story about how John Witherspoon and Paul Mooney almost beat the shit out of him at the Comedy Store, and Charlie apparently goes, John Witherspoon. That old motherfucker almost beat you up? And then Eddie goes, he wasn't always old. But certain
that's
characters,
how good he was.
You always see as old. Morgan Freeman is always old,
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, always old. What's Professor X's name?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick
Stewart.
Yeah.
Somebody said that Patrick Stewart is white people's Morgan
White
Freeman.
Freeman.
That's so fucking. He's literally Morgan Free, man. but it was like, and he really is. He'll just play every old character for us. Yeah, man, it's just a crazy
TV deaths that have fucked me up the most were Pops and Uncle Phil.
Yeah,
Uncle Phil fucking got me,
because they had a
man.
fatherhood relationship with us. You know,
they didn't seem perfect. That was the best thing about it. Like they didn't seem like fucking, cookie cutter Bill Cosby shit, which is why Hannibal Buress used to get on him about like sagging pants and shit. Like they seemed like real motherfuckers that you knew. Like everybody had got that rich black uncle that doesn't live, where you come from. Everybody got a guy like Pops who can't really dress for shit, but talks like he gets all the bitches, and I ain't pussy whip, I whips the pussy, and like all those fucking classic ass one-liners that like your uncle or your pops have. Man, that shit really fucked me up this morning reading about that shit, man.
Yeah,
like he's just got so many fucking classic comedy moments, man. He's the shit. He's the shit.
It's interesting. See what happens. Makes you reflect a little bit on life, and we were talking on Brilliant Idiots. Just like how we're all seeking, like our parents' validation or our father's validation specifically. Mm-hmm. And just like how weird that is, man. Like my mom sent me this text, and it was a really beautiful text. It was after we had dinner the other night for my birthday, and she sends me this text, and it's she basically says, I'll go get it. The exact one. So
are your parents able to comprehend how successful you've gotten? I mean it. That's not a joke, because like the digital age, like to them, YouTube is like a site probably kids get on.
Yeah.
I think to a certain extent, like she's still surprised when people like see me on the street or kind of like know me, but then she'll hear from relatives and stuff. That always helps. And like, but she said this after the dinner. She goes, "So good to spend time with you. You should be so proud of yourself and what you have accomplished. I remember you saying it takes 10 years to learn the craft of comedy. Well, you worked so hard and you were a success on the eve of your 36th birthday. Enjoy, my darling son. Love you so much,
beautiful.
Mom and Dad." And then she goes, "He is so proud of the man you are."
Oof.
And me too. Now, when she wrote, he, as in my dad, is so proud of the man you are, nothing before that mattered. I know my mom was proud of me, but the second it was like,
all the time.
When you said my dad is proud of the man that you become, bro.
Yeah, it hits you different.
It hits different. And it was like, And there was something, I got a little choked up even on idiots talking about it, but like my dad is losing his memory. So like to like for him to be proud of who I've become before that goes,
That's
was like a fucking really amazing
beautiful, man.
thing for me. You know, like because it's a race for time. It's like can I make my dad proud of who I am before he forgets who I am?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like to just feel like that happen. I don't know. I thought that was really fucking cool, but I thought it was also fascinating how little we care about impressing our moms.
Because I don't think it's that, but like, you know,
We just know they're gonna love us. We
they
just
love
know.
you. Like dad approval is different, man. Like
Because dad don't give it out as much.
Yeah. I lost my father a couple years ago, and you know, one of the, I mean, it was clearly still fucks me up to this day, but like, just getting that approval, man. Like I got to bring him like my Stash magazine that I was editor in chief of and printed and had put so much money into, and so many people were fucking with it, and like people in like Africa had it and shit, and just seeing like the pride in his face, man. Like that shit is, you don't. There's no money that makes that feel better, bro. Like there's nothing.
Did you
there.
see the clip of Masai Ujiri bringing the trophy back to?
Nah.
Oh, dude, this shit. So Masai Ujiri is the
GM
president of the Toronto Raptors, and he brings the trophy.
Cop fighter extraordinaire.
What?
Cop fighter extraordinaire.
That's right. So he brings the championship trophy back to Lagos, Nigeria, to his parents, and he says, I mean, I posted it, but I don't know if it's still there. Do you guys know which one it was on? What account it was on?
I think it was on House of Highlights, but
see if you can get it up. But in the meantime, I'll just describe it. So he brings it and he shows. He goes, "I just want to thank you," and then he kind of starts breaking down. He goes, "Because," he says this. He's like, "You guys instilled in me that I came from something," and like he goes, something big. He just says that, right? And it's like, it's pretty fucking powerful, man, because he's basically saying like, I'm a part of something big and something important, and you guys put that in me. And it's like, it's a responsibility of parents to like put that idea into your kids, like, hey, we're great.
Yeah.
We're fucking great. Yeah. So live up to it.
Yeah.
Live up to how great that is. And dude, to see him like break down in front of his folks like that, man, it was so cool.
I don't know if this is his pops, but this is just.
I sent the clip into the Instagram to the group chat. My fault. But.
No, that's not his dad. It's just a black guy. Anyway,
way to go.
So before my grandfather passed,
Yeah.
I was like, this is like 7 years ago probably.
Yeah.
I just started writing for shows. I just started making good living. This story I just remembered. He's got like 2 weeks left. I'm visiting home, kind of. I think I'm saying goodbye, but I don't know for sure. And then he asked me how my career is going. Obviously, he wanted me to be a doctor, and I was like, "Hey, I'm trying to subtly be like, yeah, I just got off. I was writing on your shows at the time and some other shows. I was like, yeah, I just got done with this show, paid this much money. Got done with this show, paid this much money. Like, not throwing around small numbers to let him know, like, hey, it's okay. Good. I didn't make a mistake. And then I get done listing off all the jobs and all the money I'm making. He just goes, yeah, what can you do? The economy is tough. Oh my God!
I was an Indian dad.
I just started chuckling, like, well, what can you do? You know?
What?
Yeah,
here it is. What would have impressed him?
Doctor. That's it. Or millions of dollars.
Let's get back to his true home.
Look at this.
Nigeria, so he could show his parents what he had done.
I want to say thank you. Thank you for raising me the right way. I came from something. I came from something big.
God is behind you, son. You made me proud, son.
You climb higher and higher and higher.
See that Nigerian parents never happy either.
Yeah, I was about to say, she sounds just like my
this
mom.
one championship is all right. You climb higher.
Oh man, those are Nigerian parents to a T, dog. I'm looking at like my aunt, my mom, and my uncles and shit. I was like, yeah, that's them, bro. It's
So what we got, Akaash?
yeah, let's get into some sports, bro. Ooh, it's about to get misty in here.
I'm sure you guys want to talk about R.J. Barrett.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No,
Yes.
Later,
Yes.
later. What else we got?
Motherfucker.
Let's talk about Kyrie.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Let's talk about
This
Kyrie.
is equally fun for you, probably.
Equally fun.
So
Equally
Kyrie
fun, yeah.
apparently is suffering from mood swings in his 3 games that he's been with the Nets so far. Took 3 games in. 3 games where he's played phenomenally.
He is,
Oh,
he
yeah.
has
And he's still
the
having
league's
mood
leading
swings.
scorer.
Is this guy ever going to figure it out? Does he have, like, how much credit should we give LeBron for being able to manage this? Like, we never knew about any of this stuff when he was on Cleveland.
Good point.
Like, what is happening? What do you think it is? What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. It's everybody talks about how like he's so like existential or whatever the word is. I don't know. He's always searching for happiness. Here's what he hasn't figured out yet, and it's something you talk about. Happiness has got to come from you.
Yeah.
You can't. He keeps searching for it in this outward shit. That's probably where his PMS mood swings come from.
Yeah.
But like, it's just got to be you, man.
Yeah.
He's never, dude. I don't think he's ever gonna figure it out.
No, I mean with him, I just think it's Jackie McMullen is one of the best writers in the planet, right? Like, so when this story came out, people were kind of like, oh, we shouldn't be making a thing about this, if we're taking mental health seriously, yada yada yada. But then they see Jackie McMullen writes it, so they're like,
She got the credibility to get away with it.
Exactly, right. So on top of that,
what is this?
Jackie McMullen is she wrote the article that this little excerpt came from about Kyrie's mood swings.
Yep.
And apparently people were saying like, well, it could be a mental health issue. We should be easy on him. We don't know what this is. We shouldn't just put this article out haphazardly. But because Jackie McMullen is so respected, people kind of backed off of that. Hold on.
as they should,
Because
I don't think they were.
explain what the respect thing, just so I understand. Like,
So-
she has a background.
Oh
in
no,
this kind of
Jackie
shit?
McMullen's like one of the GOAT NBA writers. Like,
So if she's saying that there's something to it beyond,
Yeah, her
like she's not
credibility is
putting this
like-
out haphazardly. This isn't like a thing that happened once and isn't a big deal.
Okay. So her argument is that there might be mental illness going on.
No, I think so. I think the response to that was, how do you put a story out like this if we're taking mental health seriously? I don't think Jackie McMullen was accusing Kyrie Irving of having any mental health issues. He was just talking about, like, she's spoken to people within the Brooklyn Nets organization that, when they went to China, he refused to take off his hat and told somebody, well, just Photoshop it out if you don't want me to wear the hat or whatever.
He's just being
some other
difficult
shit.
for
Yeah,
no
just
reason.
being difficult. The Nets have come in to defend him. Kenny Atkinson comes in to defend him, all this other shit. And,
What is the purpose of being difficult? What do we get out of that? Like when
What
we're difficult, why are we difficult? I've been difficult,
Yeah.
We've all been difficult.
but it comes from a place. Like when I'm feeling great, I'm the easiest person,
Oh, that's a great point.
right? But
Great
like
point. Yeah.
when I'm anxious or nervous, I think I'm more difficult, right?
Yeah.
Like if I go to a show and I'm difficult and I'm like, oh, why isn't this here? Why aren't the lights here? Blah blah blah. It's because I'm probably nervous about the show.
Right.
And I can't handle anything else on my plate.
Right.
And the lights being fucked up just drives me crazy. When I'm feeling great and I show up and the lights fucked up, I'm just like, all right, well, how are we
Whatever.
gonna
We'll manage.
So what do you think he suffers from?
I think he's just nervous and anxious and doesn't feel like he's insecure. Feels like he's a beta who wants to be an alpha, something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good point. It's not coming from I'm supremely confident in my leadership ability with this team.
Yeah.
So maybe he has this immense confidence in this one skill that he has, which is scoring the basketball. Because I truly believe he's alpha in that regard. Like he wants to attack anybody and he'll go right at your fucking throat. That being said, maybe you're right. Maybe he lacks confidence that he can lead.
I mean, yeah, he left the championship situation in Cleveland. If you
Acknowledged
ask
he fucked up.
Yeah, he acknowledged he fucked up in Boston.
Acknowledge he fucked up in Cleveland.
Yeah. And, now, I mean, that would fuck with anybody's mental health, especially you look up to a guy like Kobe Bryant, who, until he kind of figured it out later in his career, people would probably say the same thing about him. You know what I mean? Like that he's difficult, that, he's got like kind of like this diva mentality. And, there was time, we remember the videos when he's telling Andrew Bynum ship his ass out of here for J Kidd and he wants to go to the Bulls. And like he had these little episodes as well. But, there was no social media back then. They had like they had like the early semblances of social media when like YouTube was just starting or whatever. But in any case, I think with the whole Kyrie Irving thing is different because he knows he can't fuck this situation up. He knows he has to be
That's the pressure. I
the
think.
guy here. Yeah, and
I think he has this immense pressure because he knows that this is one of the last chances, and I don't think he feels confident in his ability to lead. I really think he's a hired gun.
Yeah,
and he's a good gun, man. Like if you're LeBron,
He's a big gun.
He's a big gun. If you're not LeBron, if you're
Durant.
Giannis, if you're Durant, and that's your hired gun, I think you're in a great situation.
You're in a great situation. But I think with him, it's harder because I think everyone. It's like the unspoken thing with the Brooklyn Nets is like you're just kind of writing the ship until KD gets healthy. You're not the real leader.
So then what
You're not
happens?
the real alpha.
So then what happens when KD comes back?
That's what I think. I think Kyrie has put that self-imposed pressure on himself. Like, no, like this is gonna be my team, and KD's gonna have to come when he comes back. You know, we'll work together, yeah, but like I got to be able to show in this 1 year we can exceed expectations. We can do this. I could be the main guy on the championship team.
Did you guys see what KD said about it when they asked him?
What did he say?
He was like, I'm not going to get involved at all. That's how he handles his situation.
Oh, yeah.
And, what does that say?
It's like what we were talking about earlier. I'm not going to get involved is what you say when you think a motherfucker's wrong, and you don't want to tell him he's wrong, so you're just like, look, I'm not going to get involved.
But do you think that it shows that he's deferring
I mean, he has to.
a little bit?
He has to.
I think publicly you have to say, I'm going to let him handle his business. But I think while he's hurt, he can't be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Fair
I
enough.
think we'll see. I don't know that he's alpha energy either, but I think when he gets healthy, that's when he can be like, yo, fucking stop it.
Yeah.
They would benefit. The Brooklyn Nets would benefit from veteran leadership. I don't know who the Jason Kidd of today's NBA is, but remember when Jay Kidd was on the Mavericks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
he was
And
the great. He
even-
was the
Steady
great. He
hand.
was the great
And
stabilizer.
Even when Jay Kidd was on the Knicks,
Yeah.
right?
Melo was the best player, but he was the leader.
We
on
got
that
the
team.
most out of Melo
Yeah.
when he was with the Knicks. And he was just a veteran player that you had to respect, he was selfless. He made the guys around him better. And I wonder if the Nets need a Jason Kidd type player who's like, hey, I don't need the ball. I don't need the buckets. I'm here to service you guys. But you both are going to respect me, and you're going to keep everything in line.
You know who that guy is?
Who?
Iggy.
It fucking might be Iggy, dude. A smart guy that they both intellectually have to respect.
Yeah.
A athletic guy, a guy who's been an all-star,
Yep.
a guy who's got rings you can't deny.
Yep.
He's carried his own team.
Right.
You know, I could see Iggy on the Brooklyn Nets. I could see him on the Brooklyn Nets, bro. They're kind
That'd be
of
a nice matchup.
You know, I like Torian Prince.
Towards the end of his career,
Yeah.
Yep.
He's one of those
yo,
guys.
Iggy, how do they get Iggy?
You got to give up a pick. Otherwise, you hope he comes in the buyout market. But if you're at Brooklyn, I need to win now. So let's go. Other interesting thing about this article, though, is like they had a bunch of young bucks, right? And they had this very regimented system of how they operated. Like, you come this many hours a day, you do massages, you do this, you do this. They had a like army like schedule. This is what the fuck it's gonna be. And obviously 3 vets come over and they're comfortable in their own routine. All of them are kind of like, nah. Especially Kyrie was like, I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah.
How does that affect?
And that's gonna be a thing they're worried about how that's gonna affect
And
the
what do you
culture
think
they've built.
happens?
I don't think it works out. I mean, I think when KD comes back, you got a chance because he's so overwhelmingly talented. But this year, I do think they will be worse than they were last year. This year,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I've watched the
who'd
way
they
they
lose?
play. They lost to Memphis. They lost.
No.
to,
Who'd they lose players wise?
Oh,
How did the
D'Angelo
roster?
Russell, Jared Dudley, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, like guys who played a lot of minutes. Like,
But let's just pull it back real quick. So the major impact players are really D'Lo's is leaving,
yeah,
and you get Kyrie,
which should be an upgrade.
well, on paper should
be an upgrade. But if they don't play as well,
Yeah.
I think the Brooklyn Nets last year, sorry to interrupt, were one of those sum is greater than, or the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You put those guys together with that chemistry, with
everybody
that regimen.
bought in.
Everybody bought in. They played above their heads. I think Kyrie is a guy, he's on your team, you're going to play below your talent level.
You got to think about like
If
this,
he's your
man.
1A.
You got to think about like this. D'Angelo Russell went in there with very little expectations. He was kind of like left for dead after the whole Snapchat, Nick Young thing, whatever. So he was going to buy in. And on top of that, they're coached by Kenny Atkinson, who is like an offensive fucking guru, the mastermind behind like Linsanity and like getting motherfuckers like to play free open basketball, right? And I've watched a couple of the games this year, and they don't play like that. Like Kyrie is putting up 28 shots a game. 28 shots a game, dog. Like that, and that's what you're getting. That's what you get when you pay for a guy like that. He's gonna get his buckets for highlights. If you're watching House of Highlights or fucking Sports Center, he's gonna be great for your franchise. But wins?
So here's a question.
I don't know.
With basketball, how much, or let me pull it back. With football, buying in means everything.
You have to.
With football, if you buy in, a team that is less talented can dominate a more talented team, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's because there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
It's impossible to have one player that is so impactful. Yes, you see it maybe Tom Brady. Yes, you see it Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But you still need the collective to buy in order to operate.
The best he can do is 50% of the game. The absolute best Aaron Rodgers can do is 50% of the snaps.
Yeah.
And you're not throwing every play.
Defense still
Dude,
gotta play.
that's
Special
crazy.
teams still gotta
It's 50%
play.
of the snaps.
Yeah.
It's 25% of the game.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Right? So, and that's the most dominant player that's on there, right? So you have to buy in. Is it possible, or maybe the better question is, how valuable is buying in a sport like basketball where one person can truly dominate the game, where a guy like Kawhi can go to Toronto and not really buy into Toronto as much as they create an offense around what Kawhi's strengths are. How much do you really need to buy in?
You don't need to as much unless, well, actually, I think you don't need to if you are
Kawhi.
Overwhelmingly talented and physically gifted. You can't just, Kyrie's super gifted.
Yeah.
Like talent-wise. But he's just physically kind of frail. Yeah. He's short. He's a point guard. He's a two guard in a point guard's body. That only gets you so far in my mind.
And he's not going to affect the game defensively, which is
he's
something
not a shutdown defender.
Kawhi
Kawhi will do. LeBron will do. KD will do.
You got to think about it like this. The difference between the NBA and the NFL is that in the NBA, in the NFL, the head coach is king. If the head of the snake is going, the whole team's going to go.
Yeah.
With the NBA, it's always a constant struggle, and I'm only using struggle because I can't find the right term for it.
Just say the word. Head coach is meaningless.
It's a struggle between the head coach and the best player on the team.
Dude, it's not even a struggle. First-year head coaches have won the NBA championship the last 4 years in a row or something like that.
Because they've had the best player on the
Nick
team.
Nurse, Raptors.
Yeah.
Ty Lue.
Steve
Kerr.
He wasn't first year. Well, he won.
He was
first
year.
When he won, it was his first year. Yeah.
And then the next time he won, he was a third-year coach, but it was his still first job. So it's like clearly the head coach. I'll be honest with you. I think the front office is more important than the head coach because the front office tells the head coach how to play.
Yeah.
They pick the coach. A lot of people don't know this. The front office decides the offense that the team plays because they're building the team. And then the head coach administers said offense. Now, when you hire a guy like D'Antoni, you're hiring a specific offense.
Yeah.
You're hiring your Marty Schottenheimer or your
You know what you're getting.
So for the most part, you're saying they don't specifically say run this offense, but they give you the players if you're the coach. And the coach got to design an offense for those players, so it's basically the offense you want them to run.
Oh, dude, they specifically say run the offense.
Oh, really?
They will sit down and they will say, we're going to do this spread offense. That's why we're bringing Nurse in. Nurse, we want you to run this, and we're going to give this personnel. And they won't hire a coach if they don't think they have the personnel for it.
That's what happened with the Knicks. Phil Jackson came in and said, we're going to run this bullshit triangle offense, and if you don't fucking get with it, you can get out. And
they threw out Phil.
They threw him out eventually because it didn't work.
So it's one of those things where the unsung heroes are actually the quality front offices. And then sometimes you have synergy with the front office, like Mavericks, perfect example. Say what you want about Carlisle, he is part of the front office.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's the coach.
Yeah.
But he is as involved in all these decision-making things as who's the president?
Donnie Nelson.
Donnie, obviously Cuban, right? I don't think anything's really going through without Carlisle.
And there's some head coaches that have GM, responsibilities as well, like Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying?
Had.
He doesn't have it anymore. But, some head coaches, they come in with a philosophy, and a lot of times you got to earn that too. You know what I'm saying? They got to earn it, especially if you want a championship somewhere else or.
But you know what the crazy thing is, dude?
The
reason why GMs make trash presidents, coaches make trash GMs, is because all they're thinking about is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't think about longevity in franchise. So they're just pay him because we're going to win this year and I need to keep my job. Yeah. All they're thinking about is keeping their job. Whereas a president or a GM of a team is going, okay, how do we set ourselves up? We're going to give 2 years to this guy because if we give him 4, he's going to suck for the last 2 years.
Right.
But the coach is going, well, whatever we need to keep you.
Yeah.
Oh, you want 4, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes it's better to divide that responsibility up. Let there be good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let your coach go, I love you. I would have given you 4.
Right.
You know I love you. You going to play for me?
Right.
And then let the president go, you get 2, motherfucker, because we think that's all you got left.
Right.
Hate us. Play for that coach.
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's why team options always better than player options if you're looking for long-term success.
Guys, can we talk about something that we had predicted on this podcast a while back that has come to fruition?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I'm not saying it is.
Tejal Naik brought this up on the captain questions.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
What's his name? So we can shout him out now.
Tejal Naik.
Hagel. Let's not say that we created this influence in the world. Maybe we predicted it. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
But for months, we've been saying you don't need to pay college players. Just let them make money off their likeness.
Yes, sir.
And the NCAA just officially signed a bill
Unanimously.
saying that athletes could make money on their likeness. Akaash, thoughts?
I mean, we're the goats at this, honestly. Also, Tejal Naik brought that up on the captain questions. And another captain question, OG Smurf 826 asked, why did the NCAA flip? And this I don't know, because they were saying,
Why do you think?
dude, they were saying 2 weeks ago, we'll keep California out of every fucking tournament.
So-
we don't care.
So there's the NCAA, they worded it real slick with this press release that they put out because basically what they said was we're allowing athletes to profit on their image through what the NCAA deems is reasonable, right? NCAA is a private institution. They really don't have to listen to any state legislation or anything like that. So their thing is, okay, yeah, sure, you could go and make your money off your likeness, but it's basically to their discretion. So they could lock you up and sign you for whatever scholarship that you have, but they could still pretty much say, oh, no, you can't take that money from Nike. Oh, no, you can't.
What
but
if
some people might.
What if they're saying,
Maybe if it benefits them.
or that's possible, but what if they're doing this? They're like, yo, don't take money from Pornhub because that looks shitty.
That could be it.
But here are sponsors that are okay. Hey, you want to let that insurance company throw you a check? Go for it. Hey, you want to sign some jerseys? Go for it.
I mean, they had to do this if they wanted to survive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, NCAA is gone. But they just seemed so stubborn and stupid before. How all of a sudden did you unanimous? Everybody saw the light?
I mean, it's kind of weird because, like, the timing of it makes me a little uncomfortable because I either feel like they're about to get sued over some shit.
Oh, interesting.
Or some shit's about to come out with, like, maybe another fucking huge college scandal is about to fucking come and rock them. And they're like, yo, this is going to be so bad if we don't just be like, hey, you can profit, like, do whatever you want.
Right.
They're going to cease to exist. Like you said. Like, you look on the cover of Sports Illustrated this week, Amani Bates is on the cover. If you don't know this kid, Amani Bates, he's a 15-year-old kid from I don't know where the fuck he's from. But the dude is the shit. Like, he
What
is
sport?
Basketball. He's like the next. I think the cover line says like Magic, Michael, LeBron, Imani. I saw this dude at the fucking Peach Jam. He was a freshman in high school, a Kevin Durant fucking clone, destroying guys going into the senior year, going to Duke, going to Kentucky, destroying them. And the motherfucker looks like he was, if they were making Kevin Durant in the lab, say 6'10", stupid handles.
Isn't that what they said about Wiggins, though?
Nah, Wiggins was a little shorter. He was like 6'6". But the dude, he looks.
He's Canadian?
No. This dude's
Thank God.
dude's from America. he looks like the truth. I think they're looking at these kids and
Which
they're becoming
country
such.
you think produces the softest athletes?
Oh gosh, Latvia. Just because fuck that dude.
Nah, Latvia, man, they gotta be tough out there in Latvia.
I don't know,
I
man.
think it's Canada, yo.
They fucked Porzingis up when he went back home.
I'm saying they don't care, bro.
That's not. I mean, hey,
out there, yo.
they are a little
The
tough.
Eastern whites are tough.
They are a little tough. I
Gotta
don't
be
know.
Canada.
You think Canada's the softest? What about like some like Euro country?
France, Tony Parker,
Frank
Boris
Ntilikina.
Diaw. They're not like bitches though. They're soft. Like Boris Diaw got a soft body, but
He was pretty doughy.
Yeah, France. You would think that they're the softest, but they actually got a little bit of grit.
yeah.
Some of them French boys, not like maybe the black French. That Frank Weiss got dunked on and he never came to the league. That was some
true.
pussy ass shit.
That's true.
What about Australia? Australia's got.
Ben
Bogut.
Simmons. Bogut's a tough one. No, Australians are tough.
Are they?
No, they're tough people.
Ben Simmons only goes inside.
Yeah, that's very true.
Maybe
Very
that's why
true.
he don't like shooting jumpers. There's not enough contact.
I can see that.
That's why he kicks the elbow out. Will someone just tap it?
Oh fuck, that was a crazy hiccup I just had.
Who's the softest?
God damn.
Gotta be Canada, yo.
You think?
Anthony
Really?
Bennett, soft, sucked. Andrew Wiggins got bullied by Jimmy Butler constantly, dribbling the ball off his head and shit. You
True.
remember that?
True.
Foul, bro. How
Fucking-
you dribble
but
the ball
you
off
got-
a professional athlete's head?
Bro,
Imagine
it's so-
bouncing a ball off a millionaire's head.
That's unbelievable.
But you got Jamal Murray, and you got my Canadian.
Jamal
Yeah,
Murray's-
he's Canadian. That's
Jamal
right.
Murray's from Canada. RJ Barrett from
But he
Canada.
is kind of Canadian in his way of like handling shit.
Yeah, but
You're talking about the Denver dude.
RJ Barrett is Canadian?
RJ Barrett.
I don't trust him.
Well, why?
Canadian.
His entire game is so far has been taking people to the bucket. Like strong, grown ass man.
Wait a minute. RJ Barrett's not from New York,
No. He's
His
Canadian.
parents are, but he's from Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but his parents are from New York.
He got a chance then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some thug in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad was a pro. His godfather, Steve Nash. Like, he's been groomed for this shit.
Oh,
When I did the fucking, I did the panel with him in Puma, and the difference between him
you
and
love
Kevin
hanging out
Knox.
with these high school kids, bro.
Hey, bro. Get him out of young, the Jermaine Dupri method. Fucking, I did the interview with
also
Kevin
the
Knox and
Catholic
RJ
priest
Barrett a few weeks ago.
It's a lot of people's method.
And
Hit him with that R. Kelly.
Real talk, bro.
but the difference between Knox and RJ was like so apparent because Knox, I know he had his parents played like pro sports or whatever, but RJ was such a fucking grown up, like business, like all fucking business, took no shit from nobody, very fucking yes sir, no sir type of motherfucker, like military type. Like he was been groomed for this pro life his entire life. And Knox is just a little bit more, I guess you could say because he's been in the league for a year, but he's a little bit more laid back, chilling, having a glass of wine in the
Where's
back of
Knox?
us and shit. What do you mean where's Knox?
Where does he live?
I
he
think he
grow
went
up?
to Florida. He's from Florida, I think. Went to Kentucky. But anyway, yeah, Canadians could be a little dainty. But shout out to my dude RJ Barrett because he's balling right now,
We'll see.
busting ass.
I'm boycotting Dolan,
Why?
as you guys know.
Why?
I was boycotting Dolan, bro.
Why, bro? People have been asking me like, when can we get Andrew to talk about him being wrong on RJ?
No.
He looks like far and away the best rookie of the class without Zion.
I want everything. I'm not anti-Nick.
I know.
I want him to be great.
I know.
I just unfortunately have to boycott.
Averaging 21 a game.
It's
They
phenomenal.
they said his jumper wasn't going to be good in the pros. He's shooting 50% from three.
Shooting 50%.
50% from three, dog.
And where's Smith at?
The only thing is his Dennis Smith. He hasn't looked good, and I think like his mother passed away, so he hasn't been playing for a while.
Yeah.
But
Stepmom.
yeah, something like that. But I guess it was close.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Yo.
I don't know.
Which one is Step?
The stepmother.
That's the woman that your dad marries.
Yeah.
Dad's 80. Yeah.
I mean, who knows what happened to his birth mother? So I mean, maybe they was closer.
like it was like a real.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So he had to miss games and shit.
What do you
but,
think about
nah,
that?
RJ's
You
shooting.
think that there's a period in which, what is the mourning period for non-related parent?
Oh gosh,
2 weeks.
there's a time period.
I'm saying related
That's just
parent.
the first number that came into my head. You know what I mean? You gotta
Like-
trust your gut at a certain point.
Yeah, like godparent. What about
What are you thinking? Like one?
Godparent.
What up, man? Jacket in here.
Yeah. What about godparent?
Godparent.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If I pass and my goddaughter mourning for more than 72 hours, I'm gonna come back and be like, bitch, come on. Grow up.
Sorry, bro.
So
I don't want
no
people to mourn
mourning
me.
period for unrelated people.
I don't want people to.
Nah,
mourn
you
me,
get a
bro.
period. You know what I mean? You get the 2 weeks if it's your step parent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I
Even
feel like
2
I'm being
weeks feels
generous.
like a
yeah.
lot.
Like,
Two
that's
weeks
a
is a long
lot.
time,
2 weeks,
yo.
bro.
Like, you can remember
For
me.
step,
You could fucking
dog,
honor me,
step.
but to mourn me?
It's like that's your dad's morning.
Okay, let's go a week. Let's cut that to a week.
Yeah.
Godparents 72 hours.
Think of all the awful shit you said to that, but you're not my real mom. You know what I mean? Where's that same energy? You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real mom. My dad's just fucking you.
It's like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. That's how you got. Isn't that what you're supposed to say to your step parent?
Oh,
You're not my
God.
real dad.
Sounds like Kermit, dude.
Isn't that what you say?
You're not my real dad. I can't do it.
Something like that, right?
Hey, bud.
I always seen like people getting upset at their step parent like that. It's different if it's like one of those step parents where like you give him the adoption papers for his birthday.
Aw.
You know those like Instagram moments
I've seen those.
where like a kid
episode
will
of
go
Fresh
and just
Prince.
give, hey, I just want you to be my dad. Like
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
always been my dad, or like you take their last name on your
right.
football jersey.
Right.
That's different. Like if they
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
And you did a whole name switch, like the bureaucratic bullshit you got to go through
Yeah,
just
you
to
love
switch
that
a
person.
name.
That's yo.
You love that man.
Real
Or
talk,
woman.
I don't know if I'm switching my last name.
Never.
You gotta put in a lot of work. You gotta put in a
What
lot
would
of
it
work
take for you
that.
to switch your last name?
Bro, I as soon as switch my gender.
Wait.
I think the statute of
And then
limitations
at least
is
that way I
passed.
feel like less of a bitch when I change my last name.
Son, yo, you'd be more of a bitch
Yo.
if you switch your last name than if you actually became a bitch.
Straight up.
Okay.
Straight up.
Now, what if you found out that now Singh is such a common last name?
Yeah.
But let's say you had a really specific last name. Schulz, very common last name. Let's say you had a really specific last name, right?
Famuyide.
Famuyide. Now, what if you found out that Famuyide, right?
Yeah.
Came from a long line of like animal fuckers. Right, like
Guess we
but
fucking animals then,
specifically
bro.
animal fuckers, right? But they found out that they were Indians and they actually fucked cows. And we know.
Wow.
So they actually fuck cows, and you found out that everybody in your lineage fucked cows, and it was known throughout India. It was known everywhere, and here you are, an Indian comic, a comic of the Indian people. You still want to be the comic of those people, but every time your name is on a
You
billboard,
can't run from your legacy, yo.
The cow fuckers, bro.
So
You can't run from your legacy.
so what do you do? What do you do?
You just gotta own it. You know what I mean?
Own it. That
Bring me
seems
some
like,
cow.
seems
No,
like
I'm
a pretty good bit.
Real talk.
Yeah.
walk
We
on
flip
stage
the meaning.
and-
It would be like my N-word. I'm just changing what it means to be.
Yo, but
To be
what if
this.
they also found out that like you know how like you inject flavor into like meat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what if they found out that's what you guys were doing the whole time? Like you were just
Then I think you're welcome, everybody.
dude, the
These
cows
delicious
that have been
hamburgers and
cummed
get here.
in
Yeah.
by the Famuyides
Yeah. Delicious.
Oh my
are the
God.
most
You're
that's like
welcome.
better than Kobe beef.
You're welcome, bro.
It's Kobe beef.
You're fucking welcome.
Okay, so there's no situation there you would change your last name.
You think that's why Kobe beef is so good?
Oh, Japanese are coming in it?
No, Kobe.
I mean,
Kobe comes in the beef.
Yo.
Dude, maybe no. What if that's like it was
I'm about to
bukkake
say-
I mean,
beef?
he probably got a
Kobe's
lot
been
of.
known to force his
Yeah.
way.
But
We're all weak, guys.
and the fact that it's bukkake, that's why there's so many other different types of sperm there, dude. I think we're onto something.
I think we're on to something.
Okay,
I think
so
Joe
go,
Jelly
so
Bryant
go.
knew.
What?
So what would make you change the last name?
Son, I don't think anything, man.
Nothing could make you
Yeah.
change the last name.
Statute of
Not nothing,
limitations
but it's
kinda
a
passed on
line.
that.
Like, you know, you just gave me a pretty crazy hypothetical, and I was still like, you just gotta own that. That's who you are. Wow. That's who you are, yo.
That's who you came from.
That's who I came from. I can't outrun that. I can only own it and change it if I need to.
So that's what you would do. You would work on changing the legacy.
Yeah.
Okay, what would make you change your gender?
It's Tuesday.
Son. If there's a club that lets me in before 11 for free, you know what I mean? Like,
Son, his cheapness overrides his masculinity. Yo, that's how Indian Akaash is. Akaash, it's ladies' night. Well, shit, we going. We pulling up. Ladies drink for free. Yes, we do. Son,
man.
we should be able to do that.
that's
We
what
should be
makes me
able to
change
go-
genders Thursdays.
We should be able to pull up to the ladies' night. Say
Identify
our
as
gender
a
is
woman,
female.
I identify as female. The fuck? You gonna deny that?
Half
I
off.
identify as frugal. That would have been funny if I didn't stumble on that. But real talk, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great point.
Because if these bitches can identify or these dudes can identify as female and then compete against women,
Oh yeah.
why can't we identify as female and then get into the club?
Yo,
I mean-
we should
And
try
drink.
it. Hey, asshole! Somebody try that shit. Let me know how that goes.
Please.
Go on the
Get us
women's
a
line.
testimony, yo.
And do it in a liberal ass. Do it like in Oregon, one of these other ugly
San
bitch cities.
Francisco.
San
States.
Francisco.
Pull it off there.
Oh my
Definitely.
God, that is the wave.
Yeah.
Can I identify? Can I be like, yo, I'm a minority. I identify as gay. I'm just only attracted to women. Can I do that?
You can do whatever you want.
That's really what I think
You
it
can
is.
literally identify as whatever you want.
Yeah.
He, she, or they.
New York kind of seems like the city you can get away with that shit in. Anywhere else, they'll just be like,
Not down south.
No,
not
no,
that-
no,
They're not there
not in
yet.
Texas.
But you
no.
could go to a Williamsburg bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? One of them free pizza bars.
Like it's ladies' night.
Just fire.
Identify as a woman tonight.
Matter of fact, they wouldn't even have a ladies' night. Probably they'd be like, "That's not inclusive."
Yeah.
We have a people's night.
yeah.
You mean a bar? You fucking idiots.
The tease
Is that what
already
you got?
beat
People's
to
night.
it. The tease beat you to it. It was like, I think.
Dude,
Oh fuck! I
Dude.
forgot that kid. That girl passed. She passed away.
who?
Like Transylvanian?
Yeah, the
Oh
one-
my
the
God.
tease, the tease that Dave Chappelle was talking about.
Which
The- did you see like the bonus cut after the Netflix special when he's talking about like this trans girl that she knew and met and told stories with and told jokes with?
Oh,
Yeah,
He
she
like
died.
befriended this Transylvanian,
Yeah.
and
Oh, God,
eventually they became close, and then
Yeah, I think
and
she
then,
she killed herself.
Wow.
Yeah.
she killed herself.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
not Dave. Wasn't Dave's fault.
I'm sure it wasn't Dave. Clearly, it wasn't Dave's fault. But
Hold on. Why'd she kill herself? Yeah.
I don't know.
We gotta get to the bottom of
You can't
that.
ask her.
Nah, but maybe she left a note in some manly ass handwriting.
Come on.
You know,
Shit is
dude
so
handwriting be
scribbly, yo.
Dude handwriting be a thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know who left that note. That's why they know female serial killers, because that handwriting would be so fucking gorgeous.
That bubbly.
Son,
Those
like-
bubble letters.
Those
Why do
beautiful-
women write so
Oh.
bubbly?
Yo, because they got nothing else to do, bro. They're not in a rush.
It looks so
You know what I
soft.
mean? We got shit to do, bro. We got work. We got things to pick up, put down. You know what I mean? Women got all day to write straight, perfectly on the line.
Put hearts on their eyes.
Yeah, I
and
don't got
shit.
time to dot my I's and
Come
cross
on,
my
son.
T's.
Calligraphy. A
Yo,
woman definitely came up
Can
with
y'all
that.
write in calligraphy?
Fuck
Not
no,
calligraphy,
man.
script,
Cursive?
cursive.
Yeah, I think
Yo,
Script.
ready?
That's
Let's
how
see if
you-
you can write script.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Write a script G.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Lowercase
shit
or
is right,
uppercase?
fam.
Uppercase.
Lowercase or uppercase?
Uppercase, motherfucker. That lowercase, mad easy. Hold on, I want to see the first
see
one.
that.
No, show me the first one you did, son.
Okay, no, the lowercase
Oh
is easy.
shit, you did both?
The lowercase
How
is
you
easy.
knew how to do the fucking
Son,
G?
The
I'm
lowercase, the
trans,
uppercase-
So you might be gay, son. I know you joke around about that in the beginning of the
Yeah,
podcast,
that's-
but you just wrote a script uppercase G.
You definitely like killed the bit too. Like this is a
So
excellent
lowercase mad easy, but
script
if,
G.
if you do a uppercase script G without any hesitation,
Yeah.
that's way gayer than if I saw a guy sucking your dick.
Hey, you can see both anytime you want. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's terrible.
okay. What about
I did have to think about when you said uppercase, though. I was like, whoo.
uppercase J?
Oh, that's easy, bro. That's the same as the lowercase.
Fuck. I thought I could trick you.
You're dealing with a gay master here.
Yeah.
You're
This
right.
is very true.
I gotta tell him to
You're
write
not
some
being-
straight
Lowercase
shit.
b is a thing.
Can you do
Remember
a
lowercase
lowercase
b?
z?
Do lowercase B.
It's got this little weird thing in it.
A dick?
It's like that. That shit's ugly, but that's what it looked like.
Which one?
This one. It's got like this. You do the loop, and then you got to do the little thing.
Oh God, I didn't even know that. I literally cannot write in script anymore.
I mean, New York City Public School, though.
yeah, but I could back in the day.
Oh, word?
Same.
I had script down. I also knew how to
They
play
used to have
guitar.
a script class too.
Hey.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah,
to,
they
dude.
teach you
How
that.
can you forget shit? That's what's so crazy. Like I used to be able to pick up a guitar and then play it. I
Dude,
can
I'm
no
working on a
longer
bit
do
about
that.
this.
Yeah.
I'm working on a bit about this. I used to remember, my girl constantly is like, I can't believe you don't remember this. I can't believe you don't remember this. I told you so many times.
Yeah, yeah.
I started feeling bad because I used to have the fucking greatest memory. Dude.
Yeah.
I remembered everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And around about 30, I started to lose it. and I realized I've been with her since I was 31, so I'm not losing my memory. This bitch just keeps talking. That's all it is. That's all. Alzheimer's is just dudes who are like, I can't take it anymore, and their brain just quits.
Space.
That's what happened with my pops.
Not enough
Happened with
space
my
no
pops,
more.
bro. I swear. I don't even know if he's faking it or if it's real. I don't know what it is, but it's like I think it sustained their marriage.
Wow.
Oh, it's gotta help.
Yo, if you could buy like extra memory, like a Dropbox.
Oh my god.
That's Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah. What?
Remember that Keanu Reeves movie?
Vaguely.
That shit was mad funny, bro,
remember the
because
name of it.
technology gets so much better. But like, Johnny Mnemonic was this movie where like he removed a part of his brain and then he used a part of his brain as a hard drive, so you could like put information in it, right? And like what you put in him, he was like he's able to store a whole megabyte of information.
Oh shit.
I've never seen this poster before in my life.
Keanu Reeves looking handsome.
Oh,
Bro.
son, that's a handsome man.
That's a handsome man, bro.
Forget young
handsome
Keanu.
It takes a lot for me to admit a man is handsome, but that is
Son, even old Johnny Utah. What's the name? Keanu Reeves.
Johnny Utah.
Let's call him Johnny Utah.
Utah. No, that was him in.
That's the bar in fucking.
No,
Point Break?
Johnny Utah
Point
was
Break?
Point Break.
Okay.
Really? There's a
Son,
place called
Keanu
Johnny
had
Utah.
classics, bro.
Yeah, he does not make bad movies.
Oh nah, it's called the Keanu Sans is what's happening right now.
The Keanu Sans.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Yo.
Fucking them John Wick movies, bro.
Oh yeah, the third one's trash, but
I
first
see
two
the
were
third
alright.
one, yeah. First two are fire.
Can we talk-
Apparently he's in a Marvel movie coming up. They haven't
Okay.
revealed who he's gonna be.
Can we
yet.
talk about something wildly flagrant? Did you hear that Harvey Weinstein pulled up to a bar show in the Lower East
Yo,
Side?
that's so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
And there was this girl on stage who was a female comic
Yeah.
who had happened to be raped in her life, not by Weinstein, just someone else.
What
So
are the
she
odds
got-
of that?
Bro, does this guy have the worst luck? I mean, does this guy not have the worst luck?
Oh my,
Like, think about.
oh my God, what a take!
So, like, first of all,
What a take!
he's thinking.
So I'm like, maybe I could have.
He's probably going like, where can I go out and see a show where women will perform, but I 100% won't want to have sex with them? Female comics, yes, that's it, right?
Oh my God!
And then a girl goes up that happens to have been raped, and she, good for her, rips them apart.
Absolutely.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
And it's great that she said it. And like at the beginning, people are like booing her, like they're supporting Harvey for some fucking
So
weird reason.
So fucking
in
weird.
the Lower East Side,
Yes, people want careers more than they'll ever let on.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just shocking that this guy would do that, right? Like, why would you?
It's wild, dude.
Like an intimate bar show. I understand being in like a massive theater where you're like tucked in a row, nobody knows, it doesn't matter. But you're there with fucking 12 other people at a bar show?
Yeah.
Bruh.
I don't know, bro.
This guy got to move.
I was about to say,
Where
like,
does he go?
What do
Another
you do?
country.
What do you do? He's got the money.
You got to go to like a brown, like South America.
Or you go to a country
You
where
gotta remember, like, there's like at one point
Rape
there was
is
like
quite
no
prevalent.
part of entertainment
Anywhere on
that
the
he didn't
continent of
touch.
South America.
Yeah.
Probably all right.
There's no part of entertainment he didn't touch. So like, what do you do for entertainment when you've been so disgraced? Like, there's at one point like he had his hand in every fucking thing.
Let me
Person.
tell you
does.
something, bro.
He had
still
his hand
does.
in every woman.
And every woman, inappropriately.
I've been to a lot of bar shows.
Yeah.
Not worth it, bro.
Yo, what the fuck
Like,
was he thinking?
Yeah.
Was this part of his punishment? He had to watch a fucking comedy show in the basement of the Lower East Side?
they dropped all
Jesus.
charges, but they're
Oh,
like,
God.
listen, we'll drop everything. All you got to do is go to a alternative comedy show in the Lower East Side and sit through the
Oh my
entire
God.
thing.
Holy fuck.
Have you guys ever
Poor
been to
fucking-
Downtime Bar? That's where it was apparently.
Downtime bar. Never.
Downtime Bar, and they just when people find out like these spots, they'll leave up all the really bad Yelp reviews. Here's one of them.
If you're a predator of any kind, you'll be sure to be greeted with a warm spot. They love serial rapists.
I don't know why that only gets 1 star. Seems like they're very welcoming.
Seems,
So they,
yeah.
I think they deleted actually a
Hold
lot
on,
of
is
the
there
reviews.
is there the opportunity to leave 0 stars?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be funny
No,
if
you
she
can't.
chose 1.
Yeah.
She was like,
Highlights.
I mean, it still deserves 1.
Wait. Scroll down.
Eek
Scroll
me
down a
thinks
little bit
not.
more.
Scroll
A little
down.
bit more. It's like highlights. Has some.
I think this is
Attract
before.
low vibrational people. Holy shit. Okay. Never
Like
mind that.
Weinstein.
Yeah, I thought that was something
What a
else.
fucking dork. This is a dude.
No
Richard C.
prefix cocktail menu.
People who write reviews on Yelp or any of these things,
I don't ever wanna
do
meet
not
them.
Understand
Massive
it.
losers.
Dude.
What sucks is I check Yelp before I eat anywhere, but they're still losers. Like,
You always gotta
I
mind
want
your
you to know that I
audience.
appreciate you and judge you.
You always
Yeah,
gotta
but
mind
it's like,
your audience.
why do we value what these losers fucking have to say? Like, can you help me understand that?
I mean,
Why?
you
Each
want
review means nothing to me on its own, but overall, I just look at like generally what are people saying, good or bad.
You shouldn't be able to say a fucking word.
That's
You
great.
should just be able to give the
Thumbs
amount
up,
of stars.
thumbs down.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll make my decision on the stars. I don't really care what Margaret has to say about the fucking margaritas.
Yo, there's nothing like I don't care how terrible food is. Nothing will make me run home, hop on my laptop, and write a fucking 9-paragraph review,
Dude.
on the tuna casserole or whatever the fuck.
Did
that
you
was
guys
served
see
over
the New
there.
York Times scathing review of
Peter
Peter
Luger's
Luger's steakhouse?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even read it. There's no way it can be that bad.
There's no way.
There's no way. I'm
honestly-
sorry. You wanted a hot take, that's sure. Maybe they didn't treat you well. I know Mark, Mark, the guy who opens for me, does a lot of work for us.
Yeah.
Came on your bathtub.
Yeah, he came in my bathtub. Mark went with his girl, and they straight up they were prejudiced towards them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not even he's white,
Yeah, but he's young and
he's just
greasy
young.
looking.
Yeah, so they threw them upstairs and he goes upstairs, very different vibe than downstairs. I'm okay with that. It doesn't matter. You can't tell me that Peter Luger's Steakhouse is worth 1 star.
No.
You can't. How do I
Just
take you
You're just
serious?
showing bias. And
How do I take?
Honestly,
You know what it is? It's like Chappelle's special. You don't like it, and then you give it 1 star. It's like, it's not 1 star.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's 4 out of 5 or something like that.
1 star.
But
When
1
the
star
fucking-
is Denny's.
When you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and the rat falls out from the fucking
That's
ceiling,
that's a
dude,
1 star.
That's a 1 star.
That's a
Talking
1
about,
star.
but we're talking about Peter Luger's.
Yeah.
So once you give it 1 star or 0 star, it might have given it 0 stars. Once you do that, don't you discredit yourself?
Yeah, you absolutely
Isn't
fucking do.
it based relatively?
What do you mean?
Like they're just giving it 1 star for what it is.
So-
for an expensive steakhouse, it is 1 star.
That's how it works.
I
I
think
thought
so.
that all of them are on the same star system.
Yeah,
I
so-
mean,
Because
still,
that would make sense,
I
right?
think it's just
if
the overall
food is on a
restaurant
star
review.
system. Because if you're going to give me 5 stars, but then I got to go, well, is it 5 stars for a bodega?
Well, I would assume they've factor that into the rating.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the dollar signs, the most dollar signs is 4. So if I have a adequate meal at a $4 place, it's like this isn't worth it. 1 star.
You know,
I don't even think they're reviewing shitty places. I guess that's
No.
they
the
do. Because the only other thing this reminds me of is when fucking they ripped what's his face's restaurant, Flavor Town, motherfucker.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri's restaurant, like a legendarily awful review it's got, and only thing it made me do was want to go eat there.
Oh, I
I'm
booked
like,
a reservation immediately.
I'm like, there's no way it's 1 star.
I booked
Like,
a reservation
I
immediately.
bet
had
it's
to.
great. I bet you're gonna love it. How is Guy Fieri's restaurant?
Terrible, but at the same time,
So
like,
funny.
Well, Guy Fieri should I get?
Yeah.
This is a New York institution.
yeah, everybody.
You
fucking
want a
knows Peter
fucking hot
Luger's.
take. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It can't be that bad. It just
You know
cannot.
what's funny about Guy Fieri though? Apparently he's like the most forward-thinking, progressive guy. Like he always makes sure he has female directors. The staff gets treated really well. Blah blah blah. But all
I can
these
see
liberals
that.
hate him because his hair is blonde.
I fucking.
Because he has the frosted tips.
Yeah, like
I
fuck
mean,
this guy.
it's kind of a
Oh,
animal
I met
thing.
him at a 2 Chainz
Animal thing?
concert during All-Star Weekend, and he was surrounded by bitches.
Oh, yeah.
Surrounded by
what's
bitches,
up.
dog. I'm like, this motherfucker really is taking these bitches to Flavor Town.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you didn't leave a Yelp review for that sushi spot, right?
Which one?
In Japan?
No, I came on my podcast
Yeah.
and I took a massive shit all over it. But I'm not going to leave a Yelp review. I mean,
That's
that's
just psychotic
absurd.
behavior.
That's an absurd
That's
thing to
psychotic
do.
behavior.
For
Like-
food, yo.
For food.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. What else we got?
What deport this we got, man?
What did Isaiah Thomas say?
Ooh.
So funny, dude.
Mm.
Do you have that video?
I believe it's been texted to you or messaged to you, and
Well, let's
to
find
all of
out.
us.
Was it text to you?
This is so fucking
Ugh.
funny. So Isaiah Thomas, we're talking about old Isaiah Thomas, not young Isaiah Thomas.
Talking
But
about
shout out
Detroit
to young
Pistons Hall
Isaiah
of
Thomas
Famer.
because he dresses an Oompa
Andrew's
Loompa
got
for
it on his
Halloween.
Twitter also.
I retweeted it. You can just get it from my Twitter. But old Isaiah Thomas is sitting at the desk. I think it's for not Inside the NBA, but one of these fucking shows. And he's sitting
NBA
there
TV.
with Candace Parker. Candace Parker plays for the WNBA, and he gives her the greatest backhanded compliment in the history of NBA broadcasting, possibly. Do you have the clip? All right, play. I mean, this is just so good.
Unmuted.
So, Candace, let me ask you this question, because you have a similar skill set to AD, with the exception of, you know, his jumping ability, dunking, and everything else. But
That's quick as shit.
so, Candace, let me ask you this question, because you have a similar skill set to AD, with the
Oh, my
exception
God.
of, you know, his jumping
Bruh.
ability, dunking, and everything else. But
They really froze at a very unfortunate
Yo, look
moment,
at
too, 'cause
Candace's face
She looks
too.
so. But here's what I checked. She looked the exact same from you have a similar skill set through except jumping ability and everything else.
Aside from the things that really separate.
But they
him from the
froze
rest
it
of
on
the
a really
NBA.
unfortunate moment. Can she deny that though?
She can't, I mean,
Huh?
Can she deny that?
No, she can't at all, but it's so fucking hilarious
Oh,
because
so good.
he's unaware
yeah.
Yeah,
of
100%.
He thinks he's
seemingly
paying her
how
the ultimate
offensive what
compliment.
he's saying is. Like
Yeah.
he basically he's like, you have a similar skill set, but you're a woman. That's all he said is, but you're a woman. You're not as strong, can't jump as high, can't do these things.
And in his mind, he's thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm about to pay my new colleague the best fucking compliment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yep.
compare you to the best big man in the NBA. You're one of the best centers in the WNBA, and holy fuck,
She seems awful to be around.
Who?
Somehow.
Candace Parker?
Talk to me.
I don't know. Just some of her general demeanor seems so sedity.
What does that
I'll
mean?
fuck with Candace
Snobby.
Parker.
So she's snobby. Do you think it's one of those things where it's like she feels constantly aggrieved as a female?
This is.
basketball
I would
player?
assume that's what she's like. I don't know. I have no information on this whatsoever.
Right.
My assumption is just she's one of those people.
You know what I think?
I love.
I think it's because
I mean, if you married Sheldon Williams, there's something going on.
You need
Well, she
someone who's
divorced
going to
him,
listen
too.
to you,
Yes,
bitch.
yes.
Yeah.
You didn't get her and LeBron could have had super babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember her Dwight Howard? You never seen Through the Fire? Sebastian Telfair documentary?
What?
So like you know, there's a documentary of Sebastian Telfair in high school. There's a
Yeah.
bus like that takes all the McDonald's All Americans there, and they're
Yeah.
all in the
Sorry,
fucking
Kaz.
same
We don't
bus.
watch as much high school shit as you.
Sorry, bro. But like Dwight Howard
I need
was
to
like
see his
shooting his
browser.
shot at Candace
How
Parker.
happy are you the kids are wearing shorts again?
Wow. Actually, I think it's. But yeah, no. Dwight Howard shoots his shot at Candace Parker like way back when. And
Is
it's
it
like,
because she
fuck.
has a big enough clit to peg him?
Oh god.
Hey, Candace, why don't you park your clit in my asshole? How about that?
Y'all tripping on Candace Parker been fine, bro.
No, I
Candace Parker
agree.
been
No,
fine,
she's
bro.
not. She's not ugly, but she just seems
She's
shitty.
good looking for Anthony Davis.
Yo,
She's a good looking
You
Anthony
know why
Davis.
you think she's sedity? Because she reminds you of like Amanda Seals, maybe. That's why I think. Like I think they're probably.
nah,
the
I
same.
knew her
Nah,
before
fuck it.
Amanda,
All right.
and didn't like either of them.
She's cute. Fine, bro. You tripping?
Nah, she's beautiful, man.
That's
Nobody
been
said that she
fine.
wasn't.
Andrew, can you dunk on her?
She looks fine in
I
2K.
can't really dunk anymore, dog.
Yeah.
I might be able to if I really work at it. No, but I'll bust her ass and ball.
Hey.
Bro, a lesbian challenged me. I told y'all about this.
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot
I
her
saw
name.
that.
Shauna, I believe is her name, but she challenged me to a pussy eating
Sean?
contest. So we got to have a pussy eating contest.
Yeah.
How is a pussy eating contest?
How's
set
that
up?
possible?
I think we like eat out a mango or something, and then we'll have a straight girl and a straight guy. Well, I don't know why a guy would do it. A straight girl and a gay girl judge the pussy eating. Who's better? Who's worse? Etc.
I don't think a
The
mango
gay
will
girl
do
gonna
the
be
trick.
biased though, yo.
Say
Yeah.
what?
Gay girl gonna be biased.
So is a straight one.
Nah,
That's why we got to eliminate the bias. Or
Biased.
straight woman gonna want to side with the woman off just
I
off
think
the
you
strength.
got to
Yeah.
take it a step further, bro.
and eat out an actual
You
person.
got to eat out an actual person.
Well, the best way to do it would be blind taste tests.
Blind taste.
That would be the only way to truly do it. We both eat a pussy, and then that pussy, the person who's attached to it, says who is better. That being said, I have facial hair.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Luckily, so does the lesbian. So I think we'll be able to do it. Blind face test. What do you guys think?
I think you got to do a blind taste test. You got to get a
But I got a girl. I can't
That's
just
the
be eating
thing,
pussies,
man. This is impossible.
I barely eat my girl's pussy. I can't be out here just eating pussy. You know what I mean? What kind of craziness is this?
Eden
gotta be some
got to
sort
do
of-
this. It's got to be Eden verse.
To eat pussy?
Eden got to represent the.
I'm down for that.
Eden,
male
you
contingent.
represent for us. You are going to compete against the lesbian.
Yes.
Right? I will coach you. I'll teach you how to eat pussy the way I eat it, right? Which is by fingering. Hey, that's how I'm eating pussy.
Just a little bit of my dick.
Oh my god.
I'd be like, nope.
Somebody's gonna volunteer as tribute. That's guarantee you.
I'll take that.
Yo, we need
Someone
someone
will
to volunteer as
One
tribute.
of the female assholes will
Just-
volunteer their
We need a
vagina.
Pretend
Puerto
that shit
Rican.
is tamales or something.
Tostones.
Yo, real talk, I need a Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans the best at eating pussy. At least
Yeah.
when I grew up, those are the ones who really knew how to do it the
You got
best.
Alex.
Say what?
Alex.
Yeah, but Alex is too black.
Yo,
I need like a Puerto Rican
I'm glad
who's
you
got
said it.
Yeah,
That was my
you
thought.
need an
He's
East
too black.
Harlem,
Yeah.
Bronx.
I need East Harlem. I need you to have like cornrows, but like you shave the sides up real high and the top up real high, so there's no baby hairs.
Yeah.
I need you to be like a size 8 shoe.
You gotta
got
wear,
your small feet, you Puerto Ricans, you. And
You gotta wear. Do we call them wife beaters? You gotta wear wife beaters.
oh, you gotta have a wife
all
beater,
year round.
but trash body. You can see the titties.
Does age matter?
Say what?
Does age matter?
No.
Get Cypher. He's Puerto Rican.
Yo, and Syfe could probably eat pussy, but he
Probably.
not Puerto Rican enough. I need like legit.
Oh, you want Puerto Rican?
Puerto
Rican.
Rican.
Yeah.
Sife's still married, right?
Yes, I've
Oh, yeah,
married.
whoops.
Also, he can't be out here.
And he married to an Asian, so she don't be giving him no opinions.
That's facts, bro.
I mean, he can do a subpar job. She ain't gonna say nothing.
That's fact. I need a Puerto Rican that legit got another family in Puerto Rico.
Yo, that's what's up.
I need
right
a
there.
real Puerto
That's
Rican.
the look. That's the look, bruh.
You need a Puerto Rican.
I
that
need a
everything he
JetBlue
says
Miles
sounds
Puerto
like.
Rican. I need a Puerto Rican that put that work in. Maybe I'm going away for the weekend. We gotta do some work. We gotta do some work this weekend.
A real
Why you
Puerto
always
Rican,
come back
man.
tan? Don't worry about it. I was doing work outside.
Everything he says sounds like a question. I ain't gonna
We
go
go to the
outside.
store.
You go to the store.
Yo, real talk. I think we need one. A Puerto Rican to volunteer as tribute. If you think you are the best pussy eating Puerto Rican in the Patreon, I need a Patreon pussy eating Puerto Rican.
Patreon pussy eating Puerto Rican.
That's great.
Patreon pussy eating Puerto Rican.
PPAP.
PPAP. I
EP.
need you to present yourself. And again,
Where
I
you get
can't.
that
You can't
eight
your feet have to be single digit sizes. They cannot be bigger than a 10.
Facts.
You cannot have enough facial hair for a full beard. Just that little thin thing
Little
that you guys
schnick.
put on
Little
the
schnick.
little chin strap thing. I need you to have a strong relationship with your mom.
Well, that no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
What?
Say it, Kaz.
No,
Say it,
no,
Kaz.
eliminates a lot of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Their moms are around.
Yeah.
Black
They
women
are.
never die.
You said good. You said good relationships though.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you're a son, you probably got a great relationship.
Puerto Ricans are usually mama's boys.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're the most. Who do you think teach them how to eat
Yeah,
pussy?
man. Oh my god.
I'm having Puerto Ricans all wrong.
You
Goddamn.
don't know about these Puerto Ricans,
No, I
bro.
guess not, bro.
Anyway, we
Dominicans,
need you.
though. Tell you about Dominicans all day long, man.
Oh, my Dominicanos.
Dominicano.
My Dominicanos. But they don't
Yeah.
eat pussy as well. They don't. They got too much black in them, bro.
That's
Them
the
Caribbean blacks don't be eating pussy, bro.
thing. Oh.
Jamaicans, Trinidadians.
Every fucking reggae song I heard growing up was talking about don't eat the pum pum.
Yeah. Dude, how bad are Jamaican
I
girl
never-
periods, bro?
Bruh.
How much are Jamaican women bleeding? You think that's why the beer is called Red Stripe? That's the only red stripe they put their mouth on.
Oh my god.
But how bad are Jamaican girl periods that like a whole stereotype that Jamaicans don't eat pussy has spawned from this?
Son, it's not
That's
stereotype.
crazy.
Like that
Bro.
was the hack joke in every like
Jamaican-
hood
Yeah.
comedy room, right?
Jamaicans
Yep.
are the most stubborn of the Caribbean blacks there is.
I'll tell you this
They don't
though,
fuck
watching
with
Top
gays,
Boy,
they
watching
don't eat
Top Boy,
pussy.
they might be more swagged out than Black Americans.
Oh,
Jamaicans.
Jamaicans. What, go on?
Of course.
Oh,
Jamaican-
they're like slang.
everything they-
all that kind of
Everything's
shit.
ill, bro.
Everything Jamaicans
Wagwan.
say speaks.
Wagwan,
They
my
speak in
youth.
a fucking
Yeah.
rhythmic
My youth, every
language.
Man gotta do what
Irie.
man gotta do.
Yeah.
Where them scatel? That means where the hoes at.
Oh, it's
But
great.
Yo, son. All I'm trying to say is we need to figure out Jamaicans why
Yeah.
y'all hate eating pussy so much,
Yeah.
and Puerto Ricans. We need one of you to what is it called? Volunteer as tribute.
Like fucking Hunger Games. Just
Pussy
stand,
eating Puerto Rican.
Just
We
stand
also
up
need
out
a
in the
woman
middle of
to
the crowd.
volunteer as the
We need a
test,
woman to get the
subject.
pussy
as
ate.
the lab rat. Yeah.
I need to test it out first.
as the hood.
Would we have?
as the
Would we
hood lab
have?
rat.
We would have one woman as the lab rat, or would we have two different women?
Nah, it's gotta be one woman.
Here's the thing. It has to
She's
be
the
one
control.
woman.
Yeah.
She's the control. But here's the thing. We can't have you get your pussy eaten after it's already been eaten.
You gotta wait.
You know, not for
Three days.
nothing.
You know how like you have a little bite of a saltine cracker in between tasting wine? What is the saltine cracker for eating pussy? We have a dog. A dog takes a big lick and that resets the pussy. We have a golden retriever take
bro.
a deep lick.
Just put the back of the saltine cracker on there, Just like a napkin.
the salt side or the non-salt
The non-salt.
side?
God,
Gotta be
yo.
non-salt. Salt side could add some flavor, make things better for the next person, make him more into it. Gotta be the dry side.
Oh,
No, but here's the
Jesus.
tricky thing. A lesbian is going to like the lesbian eating the pussy more, but a straight is going to like the
We
straight
need
guy
a
eating the
bi.
pussy more. Say what?
We need a bisexual, or we could just
We need a
have
bisexual.
Or we have the blind taste test.
No, we
we
need to
put
do-
them behind a thing and you can't say anything.
yeah,
That just the pussy and legs stick out, and then the body is like a magician
like a
when
magician.
they separate you. And then abracadabra, lesbian, eat that box.
I feel like we have like a good like adult film star contingent. I feel
Oh,
like they could. I feel like they would know the best. Like
That's
they
true.
Yo,
would
we call up Jessa.
call
call up
Jessa,
Jessa
or,
Rose.
or Sylvia,
Or Silver or
Sage.
Lisa Ann.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if Lisa done girl on girl shit.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Okay, so we call up one of them, see if they'd like to donate their pussy for this
the idea
competition.
that a porn
Really
star
go
would
on.
have boundaries is just like
They
get
do.
the fuck out of my face.
They do.
Someti- sometimes they do. They have a scat. Scat is a big one.
scat is a big one.
Oh, okay, that's valid.
What's scat?
That's valid.
Shit.
Scat?
Shit eating.
Shit. Is it eating the shit?
I
It's
thought
like
so.
getting shit
Like
on
two
your
girls,
chest,
one
Getting
cup?
shit on.
shitting on somebody. Masking.
I would
Ugh.
rather someone shit on me than come on me.
Really?
Yo, that's a good.
too.
I mean,
that's a
would
good
you
one.
rather?
That's a good one.
I would rather someone
Wow.
throw a pile of shit on me than throw a handful of nut.
Yeah.
Ah,
that's
you
true.
know,
That's a
Like,
good
I don't
imagine
one.
know.
somebody just like
yeah,
reached.
no. I've touched shit. I've touched shit a lot.
Shit
I
is
mean,
like
everybody
shit
touches
I touch shit
day.
every day. I see shit every day. Somebody throws cum on me.
It's not like they're gonna throw.
I'll
cum on
be
you.
like the rage, like shit. I'll be like, oh fuck, I stepped in shit.
You ever fed
If I
animals at like a
stepped in
petting zoo?
somebody's
You know how they like you
cum?
put your hand into that little bucket and get those little like pebbles?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody put their hand into
Oh,
like a
God.
thing of shit and they just threw it at me and it hit me, I'd be grossed out. But if they put their hand into a thing of
I'll
cum,
fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you straight up. I'll fucking murder you, dog, where you stand.
If they threw cum at you.
Yo, how wildly disrespectful is
here's
that?
my question. They throw cum at you,
Yeah.
right? But they're behind a barrier of cows. The only way to get to them is kill those cows. Would you kill those cows?
I think he got that.
Yo, Akaash so Indian, bro. If you ever want to throw cum at Akaash, do it from behind a
Behind
cow.
a cow.
Behind a wall of
Just
cows,
do it behind a
yo.
wall of cows. You wouldn't kill one single cow to get to him.
I don't think I could do it, bro.
Really?
I don't think I could do it. Nah.
He threw a fucking handful of cum and it
Can
hit
I
you
just
in your
shoot the
beard.
motherfucker or something?
No, but then you shoot the cow.
But
Shoot the
yeah.
cow.
Oh, no, he got that.
It's like those action movies where there's like two of the same guy and they're like rolling around in a circle. Which one to shoot?
oh, my God.
Son, think about it. And then while you're contemplating it, he throws another handful of cum at
Oh
you.
my
Then I
God.
might kill him. Then I might kill everything.
What if he's disrespecting the cow?
Oh, then he got to go.
What if you're
But
going,
You know some
fuck
of the
you,
cum
you
is getting on the
bitch-ass
cow.
motherfucker. And as you're saying, fuck you, it hits you in your
I'll
lip
kill
and touches
everyone.
your teeth.
I'll kill
and
everyone. I'll kill myself. I'll kill everyone.
myself. I kill myself.
I'll kill everyone.
It's a mess. It's a mass homicide.
Everybody gotta die,
Everybody's
including me.
gone, motherfucker.
Oh, man, that's it. It's over. It's over for everyone. It's a wrap. Whole thing done.
If the cum hits your mouth and a little bit onto your teeth.
Bruh. Oh, God, it's over. I'm going to vomit and then kill everything in the room. We all going down.
So when you
Jim
nut,
Jones.
like, do you gross yourself out?
What?
Yeah, like,
My
get
own
away
nut?
from me.
Your own nut? No, I mean, you're not going to put your nut on you, but your own nut. Like, do you gross out when you come?
I'm happy for 5 seconds and
Same.
I'm immediately filled with shame right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
get that shit away
I
from
was
me,
like, all
man.
right, let's get this out of here.
It's not shame, but it's like clean up.
Yeah, like you're not gonna.
You
let
wake
that-
up at that point.
Yeah, like you come out of the post nut clarity. That's what
Post nut
it's called.
clarity. Yeah.
Once that nut comes out, you're just like, oh god. You look at yourself.
What have I
Look at your
done?
dick like the murder weapon. Like it's fucking, like your OJ, just covered in blood. Like, oh my god, what happened?
My dick is like a cult leader. It makes me do all kinds of shit I wish I never did. just regret so many actions because of this thing.
You need somebody to come and talk you out of it. Like, hey, listen, let me tell you.
Save me from my
You gotta
dick,
stop
please.
listening to your dick. I'm telling you.
He's looking at himself. Why am I dressed like this? Why did I pay for this vacation? What?
Son, you got money on the save?
Why are we in Paris? What the hell is going on? That's all it takes is that first nut for you to realize, why the fuck are we on vacation? What the fuck is going on?
5 stars. The fuck was I thinking?
Yo,
That was really-
that is so true. That moment where they go to the bathroom to clean up and you just there by yourself, like,
Everything just comes back to
how
normal.
did I spend
yo.
$300 on dinner, yo?
You just don't think about the most random shit that led you up to that moment. It's like,
Oh man.
fuck, I gotta get up in 4 hours.
Yeah, yo.
I gotta work and shit.
Yo, my dick is a cult leader that just convinces me to do shit I don't want to do. Son, you don't know how real that is because you've never been out here just like fucking
Slinging
bitches
dick.
randomly.
Bruh.
Son, that is the realest shit. Dude, I've regretted in between busting of the nuts.
Oh,
Like
God.
the first one came out and you know you have like 2 or 3 more shots.
Shots? Yeah.
The first shot came out and I was like, oh, what am I doing
come
with myself? And then you just like, ugh.
You haven't talked with yourself.
I've been talking to myself while it's in the air. The shit hasn't even hit her yet. And I'm just like, yo, you fucked up, Schulz. Yo, you fucked up big time.
Like,
bro.
your mind just fucking rewinds to everything that led you to that moment, and you're just like regretting.
Son,
like,
I've been
you're
bad
like, I didn't
places.
need to call
B.
that Uber.
Son, I've been in bad. Yo, son, this girl commented on a picture. Yeah, I can't even say this almost, but I'll say it. So a girl commented on a picture that some other chick took of me and her, right? After a show, right? And she comments, "Are we Eskimo sisters?" And then the girl goes, "Unfortunately, no." Right? The girl in the picture, right? Because I didn't fuck her. But the other girl was like, "Eskimo sisters," which implies that we fucked. I clicked that picture. I must have been going through it, bro. Yo, it was one of those things.
God,
Son, it was one of those things where I was like, come on, bro.
You don't even.
How low can you go? How low can you go? How low can you go? Like, what the fuck
my
was I
God.
thinking out here in these streets?
Yo. Oh my God! Let me tell you, man. There's no realization.
It's one of those things where it's like, man, at least if I was a drug addict, like I'd have someone to blame it on. You know what I mean? But like, I've never been a drug addict. I can't just be like,
Son,
well, I
you
had
a
2
nut
vodka
addict.
sodas.
You a
I'm
nut addict.
son.
Right.
I mean, oh my goodness.
Akash, is there any girl that you regret giving a kiss on the cheek?
That's all Akaash got to regret. Man, I shouldn't have texted that girl.
Oh gosh.
What was I thinking? My dick is a crazy cult leader. One time I texted this girl.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Akaash's like,
nasty
damn, I
out
got to
here,
answer my
bro.
girl talking about who I texted. I thought I was the only one you ever texted. Sons, shall we do some little Patreon question?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. It was we never. I think somebody might have asked us. We didn't talk about OBJ and Tom Brady. I think someone asked us though. Okay, yeah, Bobby Broadway. If you're a Browns player, are you a little tight that OBJ was so complimentary of Brady and the Pats? It seems as if Odell doesn't seem to understand the weight of his words.
No.
I'm a little tight.
Why?
You getting your fucking shoes autographed by this guy?
Why?
Fuck out of here, man.
It's Tom fucking Brady.
You hadn't played him before ever?
Oh no, not autographed. He gave the shoes.
and apparently
Bruh,
it was
stop it.
Brady. From what I heard, it was Brady who wanted to stay longer because his son is wanted to meet Odell Beckham, and Odell which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Odell Beckham is his son's favorite player.
Of course,
So,
that's fine.
he wanted to
Listen,
meet him, yeah.
when I was a kid, I loved Santa Claus. Then I found out he wasn't about nothing. You know what I mean? He's a kid's a kid. I take my kid to meet the fucking Easter Bunny. It's a guy in a
I
costume.
mean, honestly, like to stay on the Odell Beckham subject,
we act like Tom Brady respects Odell because his son loves him.
yeah.
I
real
don't
talk.
respect my son. Get the fuck
Real-
out of
real
here,
talk,
idiot ass
like,
boy. Don't know
Odell-
Tom
nothing.
Brady could not respect anyone less than Odell Beckham Jr. Everything Odell stands for is the antithesis of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Odell has had to have an Instagram moment every game this season, and he decided that this would be his Instagram moment.
Ooh,
and it
good
is,
point.
It is all about me
Wow,
with Odell
great
Beckham
point.
Jr., right? It's like
It's always $1 million watch
Or
some other shit.
my stockings.
His stockings.
It is everything that is the opposite of the Patriot way, which is we don't make the news, we don't talk, we just get our shit done. Go.
I disagree, man.
But you cannot deny the fact that Odell Beckham Jr. has made it about him, win, lose, or draw, every single game this season.
How?
And to the watch. You know you're not allowed
That was
to wear
the
the watch.
beginning of the season.
And then
When's
what
the
did he
last
do the
time
week
he wore
after?
another one?
What did he do the
I think
week
he wore
after?
2 more watches.
He wore
Yeah.
2 more watches.
And
Then
they
he
started
wears.
losing. We haven't heard shit from him.
Then he wears
No,
the
they
pants.
They lost the first game, and then he wore another watch the next game.
Then he wore the
And they-
leggings. Right, he was supposed to only their pants, but he's like, "Oh, it's only a big deal because it's me." Okay,
Yeah.
you know you can't do it, but you're just doing it to be difficult. Now he does the shoe thing, right? You know
What shoe thing?
you're giving your shoes to the opposing quarterback.
Have you never played Tom Brady
Tom
before?
Brady.
Has he never played Tom Brady to give him his shoes? Why is he doing it now?
Why
Come on,
is it an
son.
issue? He hasn't really done. Dog, like, here's my thing, right?
You'll
Odell
forever be defending the worst people. son.
How? What has
You'll be
what,
defending
what's
all the worst people,
What's the
son.
awful thing that Odell has done this year? Like at least
just
last
explained
year,
it. He made it all
at
about
least-
him.
At least last year, you had a point. Last year, he did the whole fucking interview on ESPN. That one Sunday, he pretty much shit on the organization, shit on Eli Manning.
He can't
all
just
the other shit.
shut
He
up
did
and
that in the
dribble.
offseason, too.
Yeah, but
You
dog,
guys
what
sent
has
me
he
here to
done?
You guys sent me here to die.
If anything, yeah, clearly he was right. Look at
No,
those
that was an
motherfuckers.
almost playoff team, and you came, and now what happened?
What? So
Real
it's
talk.
Odell's fault?
Well, you want to blame Baker?
Because he sucks.
How we know he's
You know what
not?
helps a
Baker
bad
Mayfield sucks.
You know what helps a bad
Dog.
quarterback? A
What?
great receiver.
Dog.
That's your
Baker
job.
Mayfield.
Do your
sucks.
job. You know who doesn't do his job is Odell Beckham.
Okay, so what about Jarvis Landry? Just
Jarvis
as good as
Landry-
Odell.
Have you heard him bitching?
At least he shuts
He
up.
hasn't gotten shit.
Exactly. You haven't heard
'Cause Baker
anything about
sucks.
him. But you haven't heard anything about him. He's down to do whatever it takes for the team. He's not making it about himself, and he's not doing things he knows will make controversy because he wants attention all the
It's
time.
one thing to
honestly think
underperform. It is
outside
another
of-
thing to underperform and then make it
And
all about
cause
you. And if
controversy.
you don't think Odell Beckham demands
Because
the ball
of
on
a
that
watch?
team, yes,
Keep
because
going,
the watch.
keep going,
This is
keep
like
going.
2 months
No,
ago.
You're on a point.
If you
Keep
don't
going.
think Odell Beckham demands the ball on that team and has made Baker worse because I got to keep this motherfucker happy, then I just don't. We just completely
100%.
disagree. Because I completely believe he forces the ball to Odell to keep him happy and shut him up. Because if Odell doesn't get his touches,
he's bitching.
it's a problem.
What was the best game Baker played this year?
The one where Odell was hurt.
Oh no, where all
Oh, yeah, no 2 catches.
he had like 2 catches, like
Jarvis
20 yards.
Landry went
How much
for
did
hammer?
Jarvis have? Like $160 or something like
Yeah.
that. Baker playing his fucking ass off.
But did you hear Odell complain? He didn't say shit. He was a great decoy. He was getting double teamed and triple teamed. He was opening up the entire field.
I would
for
not
other
be
people.
surprised if he went up to the coach. Yeah, it's cute that we won and all,
But I haven't
don't
heard
play none of
shit
that
from
shit no more.
Odell this season outside
I'm
from the watch
telling you,
shit.
I have seen this. This is Theo. He's not as cancerous in the sense that Theo will divide a locker room, but I watched this unfold in front of my eyes for 2 years. They're always good at first. The losing mounts up. They don't get as many touches as they want to. The losses mount up. Then all of a sudden they start chirping more and more. And if you immediately get there, you wear a $800,000 watch, and people say, "Hey, you can't wear the watch," and you're like, "Oh, it's only a big deal because it's me." You could easily say, "But you know what? Let's focus on the team. Let's put this watch away." You know what's definitely making it more about you is to double down and then wear a more expensive watch the next week.
Yeah.
That's not team first.
But this was like literally like 2.5 months ago. Since then,
What 2.5
Baker-
months? We're 6 weeks into the season.
6 weeks.
It
It's
ain't
week
10.
8.
How many weeks is in a month?
It's week 8. 4.
So week 1 and week 2, he
the
wore
first
watches.
2 weeks of the season. Yes, this is 2 months ago.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield's the
Again,
one out
no.
there talking
No,
shit.
no. Get the timeline right. Get the timeline right.
Week 1, week 2, he wore watches. So between week 3 and week 8, he's played 4, maybe 5 games because they probably had a bye. So it's not 2 months.
Let me
But
just-
we also have the leggings,
Okay.
and now we have the sneakers.
It's
So
week
now
8,
we have
right.
4 games which he's had created an Instagram
And they probably had a
moment,
bye, so 4 out of 7.
Instagram moment for himself,
Okay.
right? It made it all about himself.
I think you guys aren't giving enough smoke to Baker Mayfield because we like him.
No, I don't give a fuck about Baker Mayfield. He
Dog,
could be the worst
Odell-
quarterback on the
Odell
team.
could only
The
do so
problem
much if
is
you don't give him the ball.
cannot make, even if he gets the ball, he still wears the watch.
What's so bad about the watch? You're not getting him the ball. He's a wide receiver. He can't do anything until somebody gets him
You're
the
not
ball.
even listening.
I don't know if I gave Baker shit for this, but I think I did. When Baker had a horrible game and threw 3 picks and blamed the refs, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I'll give him that smoke.
Outside of that, we know, like we had the conversation earlier in this exact show, so we're all on the same we're on the same page when it comes to cohesiveness with a team and making it about the team and sacrificing yourself for the team, right?
Yes.
We all agree with that, right?
Yes.
Sacrificing
And
your
in football,
personal,
it's more important than basketball.
especially in football,
Of course.
right? So we know for a fact that making things about you and not the team can potentially hurt the team, and that's why teams like the Patriots that never happens with the Patriots. We don't even know about news. Josh Gordon may play, may not play. We don't even know what kind of injury he has. We know nothing, right? Odell Beckham Jr., we know for a fact, has made, and based on his own decisions, has made 4 moments about himself this season purposefully.
And
right?
that's the-
We know that for a
and-
fact.
And that's the reason why they. Here's my thing.
It's not the reason why they suck, but
The
we know
Browns
for a
have
fact
sucked forever.
that it's a distraction.
Freddie Kitchens is a first-year NFL
It
coach.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to at least acknowledge these things.
You're making us say he's the only problem. None of us have ever said that.
We're not
Okay.
saying that.
I'm not
There's
saying
plenty.
he's not-
Baker sucks.
Okay.
Will you find us disagreeing with that? Absolutely
But
not.
I don't see how him giving his shoes to Tom Brady, who was there because his son wanted to meet him.
see how
they
it's-
do this every game. People swap jerseys.
What
they
was the
fucking,
knock on Odell Beckham Jr.?
He makes it all about me. He needs
Now-
his attention.
So when they do the jersey swap at the end of the game, is that people making it about themselves? It's the end of the game. The
He
game's
gave-
over.
Do you know why the sneakers he was giving to Tom Brady?
It was for his son.
No. He was giving it to Tom Brady because they were made with goat hair, and he wanted to give the goat sneakers.
sneakers.
That means he wore those sneakers that day to give to the opposing quarterback. Does that show team camaraderie? Does
That's
that show
wild. I didn't even
support
know
for
that,
it?
and that's
Dude,
wild.
he's a piece of shit teammate.
That's
I don't think
wild.
there's a worse teammate, to be honest with you.
That's wild.
I cannot think of if I'm a quarterback,
Bruh, that's
a little
wild.
wild.
son, he's a piece
I mean,
of shit teammate.
he's not wrong. I mean, I get
Yeah,
it, but
but you
I
can
just
send
don't,
him
I
the
don't
fucking
understand the
shoes.
thought process behind saying, like, yo, I'm going to
Like,
give this.
it's absurd.
that's a little wild.
And all
But-
Baker did is give him a little side eye. I would have slapped that fucking sneaker right out of him.
Yeah.
That's a little wild.
You're
I give
calling
you
the
that. I
opposing
give you that.
quarterback the GOAT, this, that. Build up your quarterback. Clearly his confidence is low. Clearly he's not believing himself. Clearly he's playing like shit. And then what do? It's like when you feel horrible about yourself and then your girl going to go say, oh my God, this comedian is way funny. I love this comedian. When I'm feeling bad about myself, ain't no comedians are funny.
No, you crazy. You crazy.
Right?
Yo, that's like cheating.
Son, it was absurd.
I mean, now that you say this, because I'll be fair, this is why Flagrant 2 is the best. I won't fucking die on my sword with an opinion. If I've been proven wrong, I'll be proven wrong.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
This seems like a Nike play.
It's a play.
This
of
seems like a
course.
Nike play.
And wait for it. Tom Brady is with whom?
Under Armour, isn't he?
Under Armour.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a fuck you to Under Armour as well. It's Nike. Look at him about to hold the sneaker. This, that, the other. It's a fuck you to Under Armour. It's a play to Under Armour. Dude, I would not be surprised if Nike was involved in it. I would not be surprised if the watch company was involved in
I'm almost
it.
positive Nike and Richard Mille pay him way more than the NFL contract pays him.
Okay, boom. So let's say they get
So I
tons
can
of
see
money.
why he would make sure this was a moment that happened.
But the fact that he's making sure and he's being a distraction for the team, he's making it about himself. Now, if I'm this offensive lineman, why should I block and sacrifice my life, get CTE for my kids? I might fuck up my family when everybody else in this team ain't doing shit.
Right.
There's something
You
to it.
set a precedent. You fucked
You're
it
a leader.
up.
I think, and I did not think the Browns would be this bad. I was very hesitant to say they're going to go to the Super Bowl because, like I said, these teams just never work out. But especially if you really want to help Baker, you get him a great left tackle instead of Odell. You do not give him this receiver.
Yeah. I mean, you know what it is, though? Like, I kind of think
'Cause-
Baker brought it on himself because he kind of played with the bravado. He put it with the
Baker
with
brought
the
a lot of
swag
shit on himself.
like, all right,
all the
like,
shit
yeah,
Baker's
me too.
taking.
I don't care.
I
Like,
like
yeah.
him. I think he will be good. I think his line sucks, but I also think whatever shit you're getting, you brought on yourself by
Agreed.
being that guy.
I don't know,
Listen,
man.
when I say fuck Baker, I actually like his attitude, but my thing is this has nothing to do with Baker.
Yeah.
You could have Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
You know, you could have Gardner Minshew. You could have anybody.
To me-
you're making it about yourself. It's the
me,
same thing with
football-
Jalen Ramsey.
yeah.
It's like, say what you want about Jalen, incredibly talented guy, but
I don't want him.
I don't want him. I don't want that attitude. Do you know who I would love? Amari Cooper.
Yeah, he's great. That's the best thing about him.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to run routes to make corners dizzy. I'm going to catch balls, get touchdowns, and that's it. I don't need to make the news. You know who I could deal without on the Cowboys? Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
I could deal with that. I don't need the drama.
Yeah.
The ultimate thing, like we said, is buying in.
Football,
gotta buy in.
especially in the NFL, is so franchise
Baby
based.
butter.
And if you've noticed this
Hit it.
year, especially, all these teams that thought were going to ball out because they had new talent and they're coming from, guys who ended the year strong, your Sam Darnolds, your Baker Mayfields, they aren't doing well because the NFL is so franchise structured. Like, if your franchise is good, they'll always find a way. Everybody was so fucking down on the Giants this year. It was like, oh, they're going to fucking suck. They got this kid from Duke who's no good and yada, yada, yada. They traded Odell for all these fucking picks and pieces or whatever. Like, in a matter of 5 fucking months, they're already built for the future better than the Jets. When everybody thought the Jets were the team that were going to look like, oh, they're going to be the one that make that upswing.
I did not think that shit would work out drafting Saquon, but if you got your franchise quarterback, if Daniel Jones is good.
Oh, he's good, bro.
He looks good to me. I don't know, like, long-term how good, but he looks good. And if he's good and you got Saquon, somebody asked about this in the Patreon. I need to find his name.
He just throws one of the prettiest balls in the league.
He's got a fucking arm, man. Yeah. His deep ball is beautiful. Yeah. But maybe they won. Maybe that was a great fucking pick.
And that's because the Giants, say what you want about them, they're a great run organization.
They're a well-run organization.
They keep this shit in the family. They're never really fucking in the news for some wild shit. They didn't like Odell. They didn't like Odell being there because he's kind of, brings a lot of attention that's unwanted.
Yep.
And they got rings, dog. They got trophies.
They got rid of Odell and they got better. You know what Odell would not have been good for is Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah.
Actually, since Andrew's in the bathroom, why don't we do this? Matt Green asked, who are your Super Bowl favorites right now?
I in the beginning of the year, if I remember correctly, I picked the Ravens and the Chiefs.
I don't remember who I picked at all.
I still really like the Ravens because I like Lamar Jackson. I like the way they run the ball. But, I mean, the NFC is so fucking wide open. Like, I don't know.
Everybody's good.
Everybody's so fucking good. The Packers got a defense. Like, you give Aaron Rodgers the fucking defense for the first time in a while, and it's going to be hard to beat that motherfucker in the wintertime. So
I would love to see this if the Cowboys can do it, obviously, which I don't think they will, but I would love to see the Saints do it. I don't know that they will.
Yeah.
Seems like some shit will happen. I think the Seahawks are the Packers out of the NFC.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Saints do it. I would love to be wrong. I don't know. Being that good, that many years in a row with that many heartbreaking losses, I don't know. They'll do it in the AFC, I think, just Patriots.
I mean, the AFC is always going to be, the Patriots always going to be in the mix. I mean, we talked about the Packers and all that stuff. The 49ers look like
they look great against Carolina, but I still in the playoffs think you need a good quarterback. Maybe their defense is so good it doesn't matter.
They run the ball so much better than everybody else, and their defense is so good. If there's anything that travels, that does well, especially when you got home field advantage, you go undefeated, is defense and running. Defense and running. And
Andrew,
Garoppolo's
Super Bowl pick?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Patriots, man.
Yeah.
Can you really pick anybody
They
else?
have one of the greatest defenses ever, and Tom Brady's their quarterback.
Yep.
There is a world where I think KC is going after Le'Veon Bell. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah, trade deadline is passed, though, so
it didn't
that's
happen.
a wrap.
Yes,
Okay.
But the Patriots picked the Mohamed Sanu from Atlanta, who's really good.
Dude, the Patriots. How can you? You gave Tom Brady a good but big target. Now, who does better?
That's a good point.
With big targets than Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the type of guy where he's going to get the pass off. He's accurate. But if you give him a nice-sized target, I mean, look at what with Josh Gordon, right? Like,
you need somebody to finish those plays in the end zone.
That's it. The goal line. The only time he struggled, and I think it was when he had that receiving core where, like, what was the guy's name? Brown, I think, was one of them. Not Brown.
You're talking about.
Do you remember that one year where he just had no receivers outside?
Oh, Troy Brown or Troy Vincent, I think was Troy Brown. Troy Brown.
He had a
best receiver.
Couple quick
Deion
short
Figures.
guys.
Fuck, I forgot this dude.
That was like his first Super Bowl run. Deion Figures is one of his receivers. Troy Brown was
No, this is a few years ago. This is the one.
Yeah, like he won Super Bowl MVP and shit. I think it was
No, they lost.
Something. He cooked in the Super Bowl though.
There was remember when they lost?
Some wide receiver, but they
lost to the Eagles, Julian Edelman, and then they lost to
It was
the
Edelman
Giants.
and who else was there?
Edelman, Gronk.
Devin Brown?
No. Are we talking about the white dude?
No,
it's black
guy.
dude. I know who you're talking about. Like, I
he's a
see
deep
it.
threat. They traded a first-round pick for him.
Yes,
and now he's on the Rams. I can't remember his fucking name.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I see. I'm seeing his picture in my head, but
I'll
I
look
can't.
it up.
Doesn't matter. I guess the point is what happened. I think that Super Bowl is obviously they played a good team, but they just didn't. They had Gronk, but Gronk got injured. Right, he got the concussion in the game before.
Right. I think he played, but he wasn't 100%.
He wasn't all there.
Yeah.
But I think you had a situation where it's like he didn't really have any threats, and Gronk wasn't actually there to make these big plays.
Yeah.
And now you have established threats.
There's a thing I read about one time called the light end, which is like a receiver who's big for a receiver and he can block a little bit. He's too small to be a tight end. That's what Mohamed Sanu would be perfect as.
He's a lane end. I don't know. I just think, how can you go against, if you're saying the defense travels, how can you go against
Brandon
the Patriots?
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cook. There it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the type of receiver that is successful with Tom Brady. I think you can have guys in the slot like that, like he did with Welker, like he does with Edelman, but like don't go deep. Like
Cooks did well that year, but I think he does better when it's just spread the ball around. That's it.
And I think Cooks started to struggle playoff time because it's like shit gets tight in the playoffs.
True.
Right?
True.
What's open, that stuff over the middle, let it happen. Like he had that guy, I think they still have Hogan, that guy who came from
Chris
lacrosse.
Hogan,
Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
He's a good old boy, fine. But he's a tough guy that you can run over the middle, and he's a lacrosse guy. He's used to taking hits. He'll get banged up.
Yeah.
Fine. Now you have Sanu. You really want to come across the middle against a guy who's probably 6'2", 2 plus?
Well, he'll go. He don't care. He'll go.
I'm saying if you're a corner.
Oh,
you're a 5'11" corner.
Well, they'll have safeties and linebackers on you, and that's where you cook them. And that's where the beauty of a light end. You can put him in the middle, and if it's a passing route, he'll cook anybody. Because you can't put a nickel corner on him or whatever. He's too small. Those guys are always small. They're guarding Wes Welkers and them.
Yeah, what exactly is nickel defense? It's just 5 in the box, right?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
it is 5 DBs. So 5 defensive backs.
Son.
And then 2 linebackers and I think 3 up front.
I got to apologize to this bitch, man. Some girl was in the audience once at New York Comedy Club show. Shouts to New York Comedy Club. Love New York Comedy Club. And Gramercy room, my favorite, but Eastville room's cool. And she said some, I don't know, we were going back and forth about like what. I was like, listen, you know certain things, we know certain things, men, women. It's like as a woman, it's like certain things you just don't know. It's totally fine. Like you don't know what the fucking nickel defense is. And then she goes, well, yeah, it's 5, but something like that, whatever like that. And I was like, what do you mean by something like that? I knew she was right, but I was trying to save myself. And she was like, it's okay, keep going. She hit me with a keep going. And I hate when audience members go keep going. It drives me crazy. So I had to lean in. But low-key, this bitch was right about what a nickel defense was, and I didn't really know what it was to say she wasn't right, so I kind of jumped the gun. But so what is it? It's 5 corners, so you're playing more corners than linebackers.
Yeah. No, it's 5 DBs, and then either maybe 3, 5, because you got to get 11, so it might be 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 DBs. I just know 5 DBs.
So instead of safety, safeties
are...
So
2 safeties, slot, like a nickel corner, slot corner,
yep.
And then 2 on the outside. 2 corners on the outside. So 2 corners, 1 corner, 2 safeties.
And the regular setup has 4, not 5.
Yeah, usually there's no... But
slot
teams play...
DB.
Yeah, teams play a ton of nickel defense now because the slot receiver is such a thing.
Such a prevalent thing. Yeah. So before they would allow the linebacker to cover the slot.
Yeah, because it's usually...
Going over the middle anyway.
It's usually a tight end, and you can put a linebacker on a tight end conceivably. Okay. Especially up until like... I think Jay Novacek was one of the... There was a few in like the early 90s that were like tight ends who could catch. Uh-huh. Before that, tight ends weren't receiving threats. That's some new shit that's evolved. This Gronk, Tony Gonzalez was one of the first that was like a pure... He could block a little bit, but mainly this guy's a receiver.
Yeah,
He'll
Jimmy
catch fucking
Graham.
Anything. Jimmy Graham. Antonio Gates.
Sharp. Yeah,
Antonio Gates is a big one, yeah. So that's like a new thing. Because so before, you would just have everybody up front, and then the linebacker can go to this fat-ass tight end, or you know what I mean? Who cares?
Right.
I think it was Rudy Downs asked, is Steve Kerr overrated?
No, I think he's perfectly rated. I think anybody with a fucking half-wit basketball brain could have coached those Warriors teams to at least the finals.
Okay, question though. Last episode, I said if the Warriors are going to win, they have to outscore.
Yeah.
What was the score of the last game that they played?
It was like 140 to 1 something.
That's the only way that they're going to win.
Yeah.
If they just let them go ham.
Yeah.
And
D'Lo had a good game. Looked good in there. I don't think Steve Kerr is overrated. I just think, he's got that Eric Spoelstra thing about him. Where it's like, all right, he just inherited this fucking super team.
No, we looked at him differently, though. His perception generally was, and I still think he's a good coach.
I think he's a great coach.
But the perception is he's a great coach. Spoelstra, we looked at that first year. Mm-hmm. Now I think, again, we think he's good. But Spoelstra's first year in Miami, everybody's like, what the fuck? This guy's a first-year coach. Yeah. Why is he doing this?
And there's more respect for Spoelstra
and
now.
There was the whole thing of Pat Riley being up there.
Yeah.
And then when they first got him, I think they still had like not Shaq. They had Wade, Braun, all this other shit. It's like, oh, Pat Riley's got to come down from the front office. You got to coach these guys. And Pat was like, no, this is my guy. Like, you're gonna roll with him. And there's something to be said about longevity.
Spo
He's
was
still
also
there.
Wade's guy, and that created.
He came through the organization,
but he was Wade's guy.
Yeah.
So if you had the leader of the team, and say what you want about LeBron, Wade was the leader. That was Wade's team as well. So if you had the confidence of the leader, that spills over.
Right.
If Spo is just really some random guy from the fucking editing room or whatever, I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have worked.
Right.
You know.
Off of that question, Tunji Taylor Lewis asks, NBA players seem really hyped on the court to start the season. Has the destruction of the Warriors dynasty breathed new life into the league now that multiple teams have a real shot at the title? And I was thinking, I don't remember games mattering this much this early. Maybe I'm caught up in the moment or whatever, and maybe it's just me, but there was so much offseason movement, and now the Warriors aren't really a threat. You really don't know who's going to win this year.
Yeah. I mean
Clippers, right?
But then Kawhi's leg is always the thing.
Is it already injured?
Paul
No,
George
but he
is
just
already-
seems to. Remember how bad he was limping in the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
I
He won.
Yeah, he won. And that's incredible.
Barring injury, right? Because we can't predict injury, and injury can change anything. I mean, even Anthony Davis is already fucking injured. Not
but he came back
officially.
and dropped 40 and 20.
Trey Young.
Trae Young.
Trey's out.
They said he's gonna be all right though.
Yeah, he
they
should be
say
back
it's just
next
an
week.
Ankle, you know what I mean? But that was a sad one. I'm really glad that it's just an ankle.
Yeah.
And I think they should be really conservative with that because
Yes.
those shits linger, dude.
Yeah. And,
And if I'm
slight
Trey,
build, man.
dead ass, if I'm Trey, the phone call's going out to Steph right now, and it's, hey, I know you had a history of ankle injury. I need to be herky-jerky. Who's your guy that stopped that from
going out to
happening?
Curry? Yeah. There's an article in ESPN about.
Great article.
Yeah.
About how it was all core and leg and all
How
the
he
other muscles.
basically
to build it up.
saved his career.
fucking career.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm making that call right now if I'm smart and go, hey, I just realized I reached the limit of my body. I know I'm a smaller guy, and I need to have that kind of side-to-side movement.
I hope Zion's doing that.
Who's your guy? I cannot fathom a situation where that organization is not doing everything in their fucking power to prepare Zion, diet. I mean,
because look at Embiid. Like Embiid came back in fucking shape. He looks like
his cardio shit, but we haven't seen injury.
No, not in a while. And that was the big thing when he came in. Was his
You saying this year he's in shape?
Yeah,
Because that's apparently
even last year.
Apparently he eats like shit. So if he stopped,
his cardio sucks. But I mean, like, remember his body isn't literally breaking down, right? Like he's
But nah, he's gotten a lot better shape. I think he did cut out eating all that junk and eating like McDonald's before games and all that bullshit. But he looks good. He looks like he trimmed up. And, remember he used to have all those minute restrictions and playing like
now he's back.
every other game. Like now he's an everyday guy. So I hope they're doing that to Zion, man. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but I think next year he's going to come back a little bit more slim and trim. And then, he's just it's a lot of weight to carry for 82 games, bro. Just lose like 20 pounds. It'll be all right.
Guys. We got to wrap up. We love you.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andrew. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much. We love you.
Okay, hit the black version.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Don't sue us, Stewie. Stevie.
Guys, we love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting everything we do here, making all these things possible. I keep on telling you we got some cool announcements coming, and they're taking a little bit longer than we'd like, but that is the nature of these things. But trust me, it'll be worth it. You cannot change the game of anything overnight. It takes time, it takes preparation, it takes dedication, and we have all those things. So rock with us. We will give you something cool, I think, a nice cool update in the next couple weeks. But we love y'all. Support the shows. You know where to find them. AkashSingh.com. Kaz is Dussepalooza. Andrew Schulz, theandrewschulz.com. We got some good shit coming to y'all, man. And always remember, keep it tight. God bless.